Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Man, oh man, tonight's big, to simply say the least. How's everyone doing? I am nervous. I am excited. This is a big game early on in the season. Of course, it's on prime time. Of course, it is on prime time. Good news is Achan is good to go. He will be playing. That is massive for Miami's offense. Last week against Jacksonville, he was basically receiver 3, having 7 receptions. Tonight, I don't care if the score is 2-0 or it's 52-50. I just want to win. Any way we can. I just want to win. Get past Buffalo and focus to Seattle on a mini bye week. This is going to be one of the games. Yeah, see someone tweeting out that Achan you can go for 35 or 3.5 fantasy points. I'm hoping for that 35, man. Come on. 150 rushing yards, 2 tutties on like 5 carries. Man, the throwbacks look good, and even look good on the graphic as well. Throwbacks just look good, man. Actually, you know what? That doesn't make me want to do. I'm moving to Merino jersey. We are getting this thing closer to the camera because why not? There we go. There we go. Yeah, you can see the signature now better. Hell yeah. All right, 15, 20 minutes ish before kickoff. Man, oh man, I am. Ah, a big time game like this so early in the season. What's up, Level? How's your day been so far? You ready for Thursday night football? I'm as ready as I can be. I am obviously nervous. Buffalo has had our numbers the past few meetings. The last time we did beat Buffalo, I was at that game, which was a great experience. It was electric that day. I'm hoping it can be another performance. Yeah, I'm as ready as I can be. This is the this is as close to a perfect situation Miami could ask for when they play Buffalo for the first time playing Buffalo in the season. I wish it was a 1 p.m. kickoff, but hey, I will take it Thursday. I will take extremely humid. It was storming earlier today down there. So, yeah, 78% humidity, even including the potential chance of rain. 86 degrees. No, no. I think he's said all he wants to say around the situation during the week. I think he just wants to put it behind him. He did that celebration on Sunday against Jacksonville. I think that would be the most we see of it when it comes to like on the field mocking of him. Yeah, I think at this point, I think the focus is more so on Buffalo than anything. I wouldn't be shocked if they have used that in the building as like motivation to like play harder for each other. But yeah, I don't think you'll be seeing any handcuff celebrations again tonight. Well, so I am shocked that A, Miami is favored tonight, and that B, so many people, like so many TV analysts and reporters have picked Miami tonight. Like even just focusing just on the Thursday night pregame show crew, only Ryan Fitzpatrick picked Buffalo. I thought for sure he was gonna pick Miami, and then like, most of the others were gonna pick Buffalo. Obviously, I like that not everyone's on Miami because the whole jinx and everything, but it feels weird that so many people even are on Miami. Come on, gotta contain Josh Allen tonight. Gotta contain him. Apparently, the coaching staff of Buffalo has talked to him about his scrambling habits, at least early in games, like in reference to earlier in games, which maybe could like if he decides if he plays it safe when it comes to scrambling until later in the game, that could benefit Miami. Uh, man, oh man. All right, getting the player intros. Again, it's throwback night for Miami, which is why I have the throwback logo and why the thumbnail has the old Orange Bowl instead of Hard Rock Stadium. I figured it'd be cool to truly honor the throwbacks. Part of me was thinking of putting the Throwback Bills logo involved in this, but they're not wearing their throwback, so yeah, I'm obviously like I'm rooting for Miami. I'm getting like I want them to win. I have them winning, but I am like also at the same time kind of mentally prepared for Buffalo to win another one. And especially if it is a close game and like they win. Like if it's a close game, like if it is 28-31 and they win on like a really long last second field goal, I won't be too upset. Just don't want to get blown out. And like I'm fine with a close win. And also fine with like a relatively close loss. Like for this game, I don't care about like covering the spread or anything. If we win by a point, we win by a point. I'll take it. Because it's the case where if we win tonight, I don't fully see when we have the chance to when we have when I wouldn't say don't have the chance to lose, but I'm confident we can beat everyone between week 3 and the next time we play Buffalo in early November. They're both it's just two different styles of quarterbacks that excel at two different things. It it's hard to compare them because in a way it's kind of like comparing apples to oranges. Obviously, like Allen is like the better one because he has more postseason success, more head-to-head success, but it depends on what you value in the quarterback. Allen has the better. He's better with athleticism, better arm strength. He can throw nearly 80 yards down the field. He can make. He's pretty much a Buffalo playing quarterback for the Bills. So like if you value that, so obviously he's better. But if you value anticipation, accuracy, and kind of like that quick processing time, it's Tua. Like both are top five quarterbacks in the league. So like asking the question of who's better is kind of a mute point to me. But either way, again, I mean, honestly, I would gladly take an 18-10 win where we kick 6 field goals. Like, I just want to beat Buffalo this season. Yeah, I could understand the question between Allen and Tua because they play the same position, but they just play it differently. Purdy and McCaffrey are legit two different positions and have two different roles. That's not a fair comparison. Like that's just straight up not fair. I mean, if unless it's like the question of who's more valuable to that team, in which case I still don't think it's fully a fair comparison. Because like if you I mean, in a way you could say Purdy for that though, because if you get rid of Purdy and have to rely on like a Trey Lance or Nick Mullins, yeah, they'll win a few games, but probably won't be as successful in comparison. But then like we just saw with Monday night, you get rid of McCaffrey, they can still put in they can just find another running back. Shanahan's system is great at finding undrafted free agent running backs. But yeah, again, like two different positions. You can't say who's better, but you can kind of ask the question of who's more valuable to the team. But you would obviously rather keep both of them. Which why they have a tough offseason ahead of them, San Francisco, needing to pay Purdy this offseason. as the Miami Dolphins take the field, wearing those beautiful aqua throwbacks. If only the Hurricanes didn't play Saturday in Hard Rock Stadium, otherwise we would have seen a much more beautiful end zone design. Instead, we got the Diamonds out there for. Yeah, this is the only home game we're wearing the throwbacks this season. That sucks. Damn. Because yeah, next time we wear throwbacks is in Lambeau for Thanksgiving. That blows. That like legit blows. Because the Dolphins have such a better end zone design for throwbacks that they only can use later in the season, and it's. You deserved MVP last year. Uh, I mean, yeah, McCaffrey probably. He was like the massive reason for why that team had success. I know a lot of people say Allen deserved it, but then I look at the fact that the Bills found their most success when they kind of put less pressure on Allen passing the ball, and they started handing it off more to James Cook. So yeah, I'll say McCaffrey. Although Allen would have been like second place for me. Al Michaels and Kirk Herbstreit. It is weird, even though it's been a few seasons with them having Thursday Night Football related on like Amazon and all that. I still miss the NFL Network broadcasts. Those have some great broadcast packages. Yeah, and that's completely fair that Purdy could have won it as well. And honestly, I think Purdy would have won MVP if the Niners won that game. I think that was kind of the talk entering Niners Ravens last year that it was like the MVP game. Whoever won it was going to get MVP. So like yeah, if he didn't have the 5 picks that game and like play a little better and the Niners win, yeah, he probably does get MVP. Which honestly, if you are a 49ers fan, you should be thankful he didn't. Because that would have made the contract so much more expensive without a Super Bowl. Like if he would have had an MVP to hold on to as well. Yeah, that contract it's already going to be an insane contract for Purdy, and I think it'll probably be the most expensive Mr. Irrelevant second contract. But if he would have had an MVP on top of it, man, oh man, that would have been truly record breaking. Ooh, winning the 1 seed. That is that's a good question. I haven't really thought about that yet. Who gets the 1 seed? Um, for the NFC, I'll say the Lions, and then for the AFC, uh, probably yeah, just the Chiefs. Just say the Chiefs. It's a cop out answer, but I mean I'm kind of done doubting them after how they played last year. Yeah, but the NFC, I'll say the Lions. Because again, like they play 15 of 17 games indoors this season, so like they're gonna have a really good record. Like they're probably gonna win that division with ease, especially with Love being injured for what seems like at least this week. Huh? I think some reports saying 3 to 4, and then you have LaFleur saying he's day to day. Oh, 2 7 seeds. Gee. um, for the NFC, I'll say Arizona. I think they can sneak in. And then the AFC, again probably the cop out, but the Steelers. They're gonna find a way to go 500 this season, and probably find a way to make the playoffs. I'll say the Steelers. They already showed in week 1 that they're gonna defense their way to wins. So like they're gonna find a way to go like 10-7 and sneak in, end up playing like KC or Buffalo in the first round and losing again. But So I am hoping that the first round matchup is Miami Pittsburgh. That would be a great matchup for me because I have friends and I know people who are Steelers fans. That would be a great matchup. I get not fully believing in the Cardinals. Again, that's why I say like they're kind of a sneaky team to get that 7 seed and sneak in. I don't know, a more likely one. I mean the Packers still could, even if they do start off the season rough. They still theoretically could. Maybe I think the Rams will be better than the 7 seed, but honestly, who knows? There's definitely only going to be one NFC South team to get in, and then the two NFC East teams to get in are going to be like the 3 and 5, like the 3 and 5 seed. So it all just comes down to the rest. You can have 3 seed like 3 seed NFC East, 4 seed NFC South, 5 seed NFC East, and then the rest is up in the air. I feel like those are guarantees. Who gets ball first? I feel like I want Miami to get ball first and like really start off hot. But at the same time, I want to see our defense make it stop to begin the game. We were doing a pre-game interview from fellow teammates, from reporters, from even Ryan Fitzpatrick before the game. Everyone has said this is a different. This Tua is different as in terms of like leadership, and apparently it was showcased off on Sunday when he gave a halftime speech to really rally the team. We'll see how it goes today, as Miami does get ball first. Again, I would like to start off. I like the fact that we can start off quick here. No, but I do think the Lions. I don't think they would have gotten the 1 seed last year. A kickoff is underway. Going to be kicked out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami will start from the 30. Already better field position than they started last week. As Tua takes the field. Yeah, I think the 49ers had that 1 seed pretty locked down. I do think they would have gotten the 2 seed though, and therefore probably would have lost to the Packers in the wild card round. So blessing in disguise there for Detroit getting the 3 seed. All right, how's this game going to start? Set the tone early here. Tua shotgun, Achane behind him. Ingold motion out wide to the left. Tua looking to throw in 1st and 10. Quick pass left side, caught by Tyreek Hill, going to gain roughly 3 on the play. That was Jalen Waddle, my bad. Waddle on the reception. Okay. Not too bad. Staying ahead of the sticks is good. I shouldn't be this worried like getting a big play. I guess the main thing is I want to see a big run play. We struggled on the ground last week. I want to see the run game get going. Do a shotgun back behind him. Julian Hill sent in motion. Handoff for Achane up the middle. Has some kind of lane, going to be brought down just shy of the first for a gain of 6.5-ish. 3rd and short. This is the type of games and moments where hopefully Miami's found a way to convert 3rd and shorts. Last week against Jacksonville, they used fullback dive. They did it with Ingold. I loved it. We'll see if they try to stick with that same plan or if they mix it up here. Just don't take a deep shot. Like do something that's like confident enough to get the first. Tua under center. Ingold and Achane behind him. Gonna hand off to Ingold up the middle. Gonna pick up the first down with a gain of 3, roughly 4. Let's go. Just use fullback dives, baby. Love to see it. I get the intent behind the new kickoffs. What they should do is just you can keep the dynamic aspect of it, but then just put the kickers even further back. Like the UFL had them kicking off from the 20, and it worked perfectly. Every single kick was returned. Tua shotgun back behind him on 1st and 10 now. Julian Hill sent in motion, going to hand off pitch to Achane right side, going to be tackled behind the line for a gain of 3 or 4, or loss of 3 or 4. Okay. Now's the time to do a screen or sling it, but yeah, they read that pretty well. Julian Hill missed his block as well. Yeah, he missed that block on the corner. If he gets that, maybe Achane at least gets back to the sticks, but second and 13 coming up. Tua shotgun back behind him, looking to throw in 2nd and 13. Has plenty of time. Deep shot downfield, and he just overthrows everyone. Tyreek was in double coverage. Oh, I do not like that decision. I mean, I like taking a deep shot. I feel like there had to have been someone else open there with Tyreek being covered like that. I feel like there had to be someone else. Yeah, because he was guarded pretty well. Tua missed him, even if not even just an overthrow. But yeah, that was just not the best decision to uncork it. I'm fine with that. I'm fine without them having Davis or Diggs. Tua looking to throw in 3rd and 13. Throwing over the middle and going to be picked off. It's picked off at the 40. Returning past the 50. Finally brought down near the 37. It hit off the shoulder. It hit off the shoulder of the receiver. He should have caught it. Like, he just wasn't ready for the pass. It hit off his shoulder. It gets picked off on the tip. Like, that's not even Tua's fault. He threw it with great anticipation right to him. He just wasn't prepared. Yeah, off his shoulder. I don't even know who that was intended for. I mean, it's there. Like, it's there. It hit off his shoulder, dog. It's there. Like, that's the type of pass that, like, you put anyone else. Like, Odell probably makes that. Definitely Hill or Waddle. Allen looking to throw a 1st and 10. Quick pass left side, going to be caught by Kincaid. And that's going to be a gain of 9. Like, that's not, like that's not even Tua's fault. Like, that's when he, Allen under center. Gonna hand off to James Cook up the middle. Gonna be a 1st down, gain of roughly 4. That's not how you wanted this game to start. Like, that's like beautiful anticipation, good accuracy. I need to see who that receiver was. It was number 88. I don't think he's like a mainstay for Miami's roster. Allen shotgun, quick pass right side to Kincaid once again on a tight end screen, going to gain roughly 8. Yeah, it was Grant DuBois, the guy we picked up because Beckham is on IR, is on PUP to begin the year. Like, again, it's not even like a mainstay on this roster. Yeah, that's true. That is true. But it just means I got to root for Gabe Davis now. He's a UCF alum. I love rooting for guys from UCF. I mean, we just played him. He was in Jacksonville last week, so. Allen, play action, looking to throw in 2nd and 2. Throwing down the field and incomplete, a throwaway. 3rd and 2. Got to make the stop here. Got to make a stop. All right, big 3rd down. Got to make a stop. Limit points off turnovers, holding to 3. Allen shotgun back to his right. Man sent in motion. I believe that was Curtis Samuel. Going to hand off up the middle, and that's going to get stopped. A loss of 1. Big time stop on 3rd down, forcing the field goal try. Because I'm hoping, I hope Buffalo kicks the field goal. If they go, seems like Allen's staying on the field. Honestly, let them go for it. Just make the stop again. Just make the stop again. Buffalo's keeping the offense on the field. Buffalo's keeping the offense on the field. 10 minutes to go in the first. Allen shotgun. James Cook to his left. Curtis Samuel, believe is behind him, and the Bills called their first timeout. Couldn't get the play off in time. That might force them into a field goal try. Hey, for the first drive, being given a short field to defend, the defense held their own, assuming Buffalo just kicks the field goal or we get the stop. Buffalo offense staying on the field. Fourth and 3, 9:55. Allen shotgun back to his left, motioning the back out to the right. Now the back is lined up to his right. Man sent in motion. Once again, Curtis Samuel in the backfield. Allen looking to throw a quick pass left side. James Cook is wide open. That's a touchdown, Buffalo. Man. Man, oh man. Not how you wanted this game to start. I mean, he was just wide ass open. What happened here? There's a good screens set by two Bills players on David Long, and Kovu couldn't jump high enough to get a hand on it. It was a good play call. Tyler Basnell won for the extra point from the left hash. Kick is up and right down the middle. I forgot to move the football. This has been one great start, man. Like, why are we throwing it to Grant Du Bois on 3rd and long? Like, I just don't get it. Like, you put anyone else in that spot. Like, it was, what sucks is it was a good pass. It hit him in the shoulder. He just wasn't ready for it because he didn't have time to practice with Tua because he was picked up right after training camp. And then he's on the injuries already. Because he's all Todd. The other Washington's also injured. Both Washingtons that we drafted are injured. All right, we're at commercial. This has been one great start. It is, yeah. If it was so, like, if the only thing that was different was instead of Tyreek and Tua, we throw in Mahomes. I mean, so it still has Waddle, we'll still have Jonnu, we'll still have Mostert and Achane in the backfield. I mean, it'll still be a good team. I don't think it'll be necessarily a Super Bowl contender. I mean, who knows? It's Mahomes, maybe. I do think it would be like a great team to watch because I mean it would be kind of similar to the Chiefs now, but replace a Hall of Fame talent at tight end with just two really good running backs. Who knows? Maybe Achane can be a Hall of Fame back one day. I'll love him. But honestly, now we just now that we're down, I'm scared McDaniel's gonna be calling some bullshit to try to answer quickly instead of just playing out style and like just playing, not like forcing stuff. Man, that is just Absolute incredible start. It wasn't even a bad decision on the pick. Like, it hit him in the shoulder. That's one he needs to catch. It's just the receiver that it was a guy we picked up right after training camp because Odell is on PU, is starting the season on PUP and missing the first 4 weeks. So he wasn't here for training camp, therefore he didn't have the reps with Tua on his anticipation skills. It's similar to us throwing out Claypool last year, as this kickoff is going to be kneeled down in the end zone for a touchback. We'll begin from the 30. Like, it's just like, if anything, it was a bad personnel grouping. This offseason, Odell signed. And, like, if only if he wasn't injured, I feel like this offense looks a lot better. But yeah, I'm watching on Twitch, and Twitch is like notoriously ahead of the Prime Video broadcast. All right, Tua shotgun back to his left. First and 10 from the 30. Going to look to throw after play action. Then just tries to throw a screen to Jonnu Smith, who catches it and has some blockers. Gets down at the 45, gain of 15. Was ugly, but we'll take it. Two seconds higher, okay. Yeah, I know that at least when it first started, that Twitch was like consistently ahead. All right, Tua alone shotgun, 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Achane sent in motion from the left side. Going to do an end around to Jalen Waddle, trying to work that right side, trying to find blockers, and going to be out of bounds at around midfield. Aaron Brewer had one hell of a block on that play. Like, that was one hell of a block from Aaron Brewer to get out there to the right side in space. I mean, if we have an effective, if we have an efficient drive here, I definitely feel more confident for the rest of the game. But like, we pretty much do need a scoring drive. All right, seeing gain of 4 on the play for Jalen Waddle. So 2nd and 6 coming up. Tua shotgun back behind him. Tyreek sent in motion for a jet sweep, and he has some space on the left side this time, out of bounds at around the 41. Those back-to-back plays, the jet touch pass and then the end around to jet touch pass. 2 things we did not see at all against Jacksonville, and I was pissed off we didn't. And we see them early in this game, and they work really well. Like, I was waiting for those last week. We get them this week with Ingold, a good block as a lead block. To a shotgun. Back behind him, Ingold to his right. Going to be a flag before the snap for false start. That's not great. Don't want to get behind the sticks. Don't want to get behind the sticks. All right, 1st and 15, just under 8 minutes in the first. To a shotgun, back behind him. Waddle sent in motion from right to left. Tua going to pitch it right side to Achane. Has some blockers in space. Finds a lane. Going to pick up roughly 15. Is that a first down? They're saying just short. So gain of like 14 and a half. But that's a great play to make up for the false start. That really simple fake left side run toss to the other. Fake one side run toss to the other. Blocking is a great job. And honestly, he might have picked up that first. But they marked him short. And then Achane signaling to the sideline that he's feeling good. All right, 2nd and inches. To a shotgun, back behind him. Hill sent in motion. Handoff up middle, Achane, first down and more. Down to inside, I believe, the 30. If Lions and Ravens played, it depends where. If it's in Baltimore, I say Ravens. If it's in Detroit, I say Detroit. Or at least I think Detroit will be able to keep it closer and potentially win if it's in Detroit. If it's in Baltimore, they get blown out. I mean, that's what happened last year. All right, Tua, shotgun, back behind him. Tyreek to his left. Weird snap, barely catches it. Gonna hand it off, trying to work that left side. HN goes nowhere. In Brazil, Baltimore. Neutral site or in Baltimore, I have good faith Baltimore can dominate that game. In Detroit, feel like Detroit can keep it close and potentially win. All right, 2nd and 10. I kind of need a touchdown on this drive. Tua, shotgun, back wide to his left. Barrio sent in motion, looking to throw. Has some time throwing to Jeff Wilson, who's going to pick up about 6. Solid gain on 2nd down, but now you have in a situation where you kind of need to pick up a third and medium. And not having Mostert, man, kind of sucks in this game. All right, Tua, shotgun. Wilson to his left. Now Wilson motion out wide to the right. Trips to the right. 2 receivers to the left. Tua alone in shotgun, looking to throw. Gonna step up, throw it. Caught by Waddle. And he's going to. Did he get in? Did he stretch in? They're saying down at the half-yard line. What a throw from Tua, stepping up in the pocket and finding an open Jalen Waddle. This has been a fantastic drive. Now you need to punch it in from pretty much the half-yard line. Oh, that's such a good throw to Waddle. Stepping up, Waddle gets open right behind the linebacker. Nearly gets in. There was DeMar Hamlin on the tackle. Yeah, he's down short. To a shotgun. Why are we moving shotgun? Handoff, A-Chan up the middle, going to be short. There's a flag on the play. He was down before the ball came loose. What's the flag? Was it false start? If so, it doesn't matter then that he potentially fumbled. Yeah, false. So Eichenberg actually might have saved the day with a false start. That's crazy. Yeah, it don't matter now if it was a fumble or not, because it was false start. Eichenberg might have saved it. I also like that now that we're backed up, like we're not at the half-yard line, because like now we can run our offense a little more. To alone in shotgun. HN was right out wide to the left. Now he's been motioned to his right side. Going to hand off to HN, cut it up the middle, going to gain 2-ish, 1.5. I like that we're trying to hand the ball off, but I mean, get it out wide, get it to the really loose, get it to Hill out wide, do like a screen or something. Just do anything but a goal line fade, please. It feels like we need to punch it in here. This has been a really good drive. You can't afford it to just be a field goal. To a shotgun. Ingold to his left, Achane to his right. Ingold motion out to the right, looking to throw. Gonna throw it out wide to Achane, and he's going to walk in. Touchdown, Miami. A little weird swing screen there. Love to see it. Ingold gets a nice barrier. Not really a block, but he pushes the corner away enough to where Achane can make him miss easily. And he walks in basically untouched. And Miami has a chance to tie this game. That was exactly the drive Miami needed. Like, exactly the drive they needed after what happened on the first drive. Like, yeah, that was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Jason Sanders now on to tie this game with 3:21 left in the first. Snap good, hold good, kick up, right down the middle. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, Trubisky is still in the league. He's back in Buffalo after being in Pittsburgh last year. Or at least last 2 years, I think. But he's back in Buffalo. That was a beauty of a drive. Absolute. I think that's exactly the drive they needed after an interception on the first drive. Like, they were effective. They didn't really get behind the sticks. They ran the ball well. Tua was precise on his passes. Like, that was good. Like, that drive felt good. Nerve wracking, but good. Like, ooh, that was a good drive. All right, at commercial break. And now, again, I liked how our defense played against Buffalo on their first drive. The main issue was Buffalo started with great field positioning due to the interception. Now that Buffalo's going to be starting from their side of the field, I'm interested to see how our defense plays and if they can make a stop, like that would like the defense showed real promise on that first drive. Again, it just sucks that the field position was what it was. I mean, yeah, 3-and-out would be amazing. It would be nice, but honestly, just a stop. Just don't let them score. I don't care if they're punting from their own 5 or from the 50s. Just don't let them score. Like, find a way to make a stop and then regain the lead on offense to the point where like it kind of feels like the interception meant nothing. Are they showing highlights from the '98 wildcard game? Uh, Basketball team is the Miami Heat, and I don't really have a baseball team. I don't follow it much. Um, I guess Yankees because like I have ties to New York, but again, I just don't follow baseball, so I don't really care. Like I more so follow hockey than baseball. That's why there's a Florida Panthers jersey behind me. Sanders kicks this one away, and it's going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, like, I think the last Marlins game I went to was it was before the rebrand. I think it was like one of the first seasons as the Miami Marlins. I have not been to a game in nearly 10 years, I think. Meanwhile, I went to game 6 for the Panthers in the Eastern Conference Finals, so I'm hoping to go to more Panthers games this year. They actually play they play in the Kia Center for preseason. I might try to go to that if tickets aren't too expensive. Allen under center, Cook behind him. 1st and 10 from the 30. Handoff, first play up the middle, going to gain roughly 2. Not bad. Not bad. Be a Mavs fan for basketball. Nice. I mean, it must have been good seeing them make that run last year, even though it came up short against Boston. I'll come back to that question after this play. Allen, shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw in 2nd and 7. Has some time pass over the middle, caught, and that's going to be a gain of roughly 6. That is Curtis Samuel for a 3rd and 1. Most valuable jersey? I don't fully know how much this Merino jersey is because it's also signed. But even if it's like not worth much and that signature ends up being like just like fake or whatever, it's definitely like this. This is probably my most prized jersey. It's either that or that LeBron jersey is like an authentic Heat jersey. But yeah, most likely it's the Merino right here. Love it. Got it for like $100 at the convention. Easiest money spent. 3rd and 1. Allen shotgun back to his left. 2 receivers each side. Make the stop. He fumbled the snap. Guys are scrambling now in the backfield of picking up, rolling out to his right, throwing batted at the line. Calais Campbell. 3-and-out for Buffalo. Bobbled the snap. Had nowhere to go afterwards, picking it up, rolled out to his right, and Calais Campbell bats it away at the line. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, baby. 3-and-out. Oh, he jammed his fingers, though. I'm wearing a Aqua Dolphins jersey that's like modern, like striping and styling, but throwback colors. It's a custom one. I have this one that has like my name on the back of it, and then the white one there has it as well. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at about the 16. Yeah, it is a really fun jersey because it's like modern striping for like modern. Because like I do generally like the modern jerseys, like the striping wise at least. I do miss like the sleeves that are like this one or the throwbacks. But like yeah, it's throwback colorings, but modern like striping and everything. It's cool. But this is probably the one you'll see me wear the least because Miami loves to wear white. So that one I will be wearing the most this season. Because again, Miami prefers to wear white, which I get. It helps with the sun and everything. They got this one, got all the others behind me. I got just off to the camera. There's a Ray Lewis, a Mike Evans, T. Law, Trevor Lawrence. I got an XFL jersey over here, which you'll see in the spring because I would just wear that for UFL games, and then I have Kelly Green, Jalen Hurts. I am getting a Bo Jackson one in the coming months. That's going to be amazing. Yeah, the goal is eventually to have at least one jersey for every team. Obviously, I'm going to have more Dolphins jerseys, but yeah. I also, besides this Heat one, I also have a Shaquille O'Neal Heat off to the side as well. Eventually, you'll see more of like the NBA stuff. I think I have one more. No, I have a shirt. That's what it is. But yeah, you'll see my other Heat jersey once that season starts. And also next week. Yeah, next week when we play Seattle, you'll see it as well because I don't have a Seahawks jersey. I just have the Bills one up because we were playing Buffalo, so they get some love. I had the Jaguars one in that spot last week on Sunday. But yeah, if we play a team where I don't have a jersey for, it'll be all South Florida style. Uh, hockey team. Yeah, hockey team is the Florida Panthers, and then player for as much as I like Kachuk, it is probably either Reinhardt, Bobrovsky, or Forsling. So again, don't get me wrong, Chucky's great. He's up there as well, but like I love like when it comes to hockey, I love. It's weird for football. I'm very offensive minded, but for hockey, I like the defense and like the strategy behind it. So that's why I like Forsling a lot, and why I like Bobrovsky because he's a monster in net, and then Reinhardt because he's just clutch. All right, 2 minutes to go in the first. First play of the drive, Tua shotgun, Achane behind him. Man sent in motion, going to hand off to Achane, who cuts back inside, going to gain one. I think if he keeps it to the left, he would have had a lane. I think if he just keeps it to the left there, he might have had a lane for a big carry. But again, we'll just take the gain of one. So don't want to force anything and potentially put yourself in an even worse spot, especially backed up like we are. All right, Tua under center this time. HM behind him. Hill sent in motion. Going to toss it to the right, and Hill catches it on the end around. Face to run, first down, gain of 11. What a play design! Holy, that's amazing. What? It was Tua tossed it to the right where Achane was going as if like it was a toss right. But then Hill just steals it on an end around to the left. Beautiful play design. Like that is incredible. McDaniel is like it's so much fun watching this offense when they're in their groove. Tua shotgun, HM behind him, Ingle to his left. Ingle sent in motion. Tua looking to throw. Has time throwing right side, overthrows Chosen Robinson and is picked off. He had him open. Oh, he just put too much into it. He had him wide open. That one's on Tua. Oh man, this game should be going so much better, but 2 picks. It was Benford again, I believe. Pretty sure he caught the first one. Maybe that's miscommunication. Maybe it seems like Robinson kind of like slowed down or stopped. I don't know. I just think that's a bad pass, man. Like, he's wide open. You need to hit that. And maybe it's miscommunication. But like at the same time, like he's wide open on a curl route. Allen shotgun back to his left. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Going to do their own end around to Khalil Shakur, I believe. That's going to gain roughly 2. Man, like this first quarter should like the fact this is tied at the end of one is a like man, man. Like this, yeah. Don't let the clock run to the end of the first. I mean, it's there. I wonder. I wonder if that's miscommunication. I highly doubt it. Like I think too, because like Tua has been like putting a lot into these passes. Like he has gained a little of arm strength. He's probably not fully used to it. But like that's one he needs to hit. Like it's there. It's wide open. You need to put it on his chest. Like Robbie Chosen, or whatever his name is. Like he can make moves, man. That one's on him. Ugh. That again, the fact that this game is tied feels like a miracle with the amount of mistakes Miami has made. And again, it's like, man, like that second drive was so effective, and even that drive was going really well. Yeah, it was like 2 plays, but it was a solid drive that like they were able to move on to. I just, man, uh, like if our defense can make a stop again and like only and only give up a field goal. Oh, that puts us in a good spot. But like this game, either this game should not be this game should not be tied one way or another. Even if you think Buffalo should have like should have no yeah, because like one of those other like that first drive really should have been different. This drive I can't say too much like, oh well, yeah, he should have caught that or whatever because Tua airmail did. Like that first drive, if he just catches that ball, the game could be different. All right. Second and again, roughly 8 coming up for Miami. Oh man, this has been bad. It's still a tie game. Like this is like we're still in this game firmly, but man, that's a very bad. That's a very bad first quarter for Tua. Like that's a bad for. Uh, oh well. Again, I love if our defense now can force a turnover. Who's going to get the stop again? Oh, I was like that entire second half. I was just hysterically laughing. I could not believe it was happening. First time with 2 interceptions in the first quarter in 55 games. Wow. Maybe again that 70-20 game was great last year. All right, second and 8. Allen shotgun. Back behind him, kind of offset to the left. Gonna look to throw. Pump fake and stepping up. Gonna pump fake again. Keep it himself. Slide down. Gain of 2, maybe 3 on the play. So it sets up a 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium. So, and they're not quite in field goal range yet. So we can still make a stop and force him to go. and force him to go for it. Yeah, 3rd and 5. Come on. Allen, shotgun, back to his left. 2 receivers spread out each side. Allen looking to throw. Has some time. Plenty of time. Throw over the middle. Going to be caught by Khalil Shakur. First down, Buffalo. Was too open on the play. Can't be leaving the middle of the field that open. And we're only sending 3 as well. Like, why are we dropping Calais Campbell into coverage? Like, we can't only be sending 3 against Buffalo. Allen under center. Man in motion. Ramsey going to get in the backfield but missed the tackle. James Cook is going to pick up gain of 3 on the play. Ramsey came in on the corner blitz and he was there. He met him in the backfield but just couldn't bring him down. Would have been a big time play for this defense. Like, Ramsey timed that perfectly. He was in the backfield. He was there. Oh, that's a play he normally makes. He needs to make that play. Oh, man, Ramsey. All right, 2nd and 7. Allen, shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Basically 2 receivers to the left. Going to look to throw. And he's going to throw it left side. Going to be incomplete. No flag. Jordan Brooks on the coverage against Curtis Samuel. 3rd and 7 coming up. Get the stop and force a field goal. Come on, just force the field goal. Hey, Chad Robinson nearly got home there. Like, he got pressure there. He nearly got home. Good job from Jordan Brooks to get in the way, but not in the way towards DPI. All right, 3rd and 7. Come on, just don't give him enough where they can go for it. Stop him here. Allen, shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers spread out each side. Looking for the 18-yard line. Ball on the 25. Looking to throw. Has time. Going to throw it. Short arms it to the right side. Incomplete. There we go. We take that. We take holding them to a field goal. We will gladly take that after where they started this drive from. Tyler Bass on for the attempt. We will take that. Come on, Tua. One thing with Tua throughout his career, every time he has thrown a pick, he's had a nice bounce back drive the following one. So we'll see if he can keep it up. 43-yard try. The ball is centered. Snap good, hold good, kick up. It's right down the middle. Between metal cleats spikes and regular. So metal cleat spikes are better if you're playing in like older environment because like metal cleat spikes are more effective at puncturing the dirt or the turf, where like you get better traction. So they're better in like wet games and snow games. So yeah, they're better at getting that traction when like the conditions require it. Regular cleat spikes are just that, like they're made of like the same material as like the bottom of the cleats, and they're more so used for turf because on natural grass they can kind of tear away the grass a bit too much, but at the same time like it's still fine. Like when people say like make sure you get the cleats right when it comes to like weather games, that typically means like make sure you have the metal spikes just in case. Or, like you have them like on the ready. Because you get most players bring up like a few pairs of cleats to games if they feel like the weather might call for it. Like there was one game, I want to say it was Dallas playing in it. I don't remember who they were against. But like halfway through the first, they all switched to metal cleat spikes, and then at after the third quarter, they all switched back to the regular spikes because the weather called for it. Iraq commercial break. Miami is lucky to be down by 3. They're now going to need a good drive from the offense coming up. Going to need a good drive from the offense. All right, they're showing I believe it's a Nike commercial. It's about like Josh Allen's journey to the NFL. Chocolate ice cream is my favorite. I'm a little simple like that, but yeah, chocolate. Oh, yeah, it's a Gatorade commercial, man, but yeah. Gatorade, created in Gainesville. Oh, great, Goodell's here. That's yeah, chocolates. What's the other one I like? Cookies and cream is pretty good. Chocolate chip's good. Pretty much as long as it has chocolate somewhat involved, I'm gonna like it. Yeah. Kick is underway, going to be out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Okay. Again, better starting field position than the last drive. That's definitely could be a factor. I haven't really tried blue raspberry or bubblegum. I think I've tried strawberry before. All right, come on, take the lead. Got to have a kind of drive. Not necessarily, but again, if you want a good drive here, gain some momentum back. To a shotgun, back behind him. Going to hand it off left side. That's Jalen Wright on the carry. Cuts back inside. Going to be a gain of roughly 3, maybe 4 on the play. Okay, we're sealing Jalen Wright now. I like it. Honestly, keep feeding it to him. Let him get into a groove. I think you're saying gain of 3 on the play. Just don't force anything. Just rack up first downs. Play it smart. To a shotgun. Jalen Wright behind him. Going to hand it off again to Jalen Wright. Up the middle. Has the lane. First down and more. Going to pick up. There's a flag though. Would it be a gain of like, I think 12? What's the flag? It's holding on Miami. Buffalo's offense is better. Just because of Josh Allen. Calling it on Armstead. Can't be getting behind the sticks like this. How egregious is this? Oh, come on. He wasn't going to make a play anyway on that. Bruh. All right. 2nd and 17 coming up. Behind the sticks. Don't like to see it. To a shotgun back to his left. Going to look to throw. Shovel pass to Jonnu Smith on a tight end screen. Who's going to pick up a nice solid chunk of roughly 14. So it sets up a 3rd and short. Jonnu Smith has come up big today on getting us back ahead of the chains. But now you have to pick up this 3rd down. So yeah, it's a really nice screenplay to Jonnu. Faked like it was gonna be a receiver's a swing screen to Jalen Wright. Man, if only he was able to pick up that first. All right, 3rd down. Tua looking to throw. Pass over the middle, incomplete. Intended for, I believe, Hill, but looks like there was trouble at the top of his route. Yeah, he tripped over himself. Yeah, he trips over himself. It's there. Stafford. Matthew Stafford is really good at no-look passes. All right, Miami on to punt this one away. Punt comes off clean. Going to be fair caught at roughly the 15. So pretty solid starting field positioning when it comes to like in looking from it at the Miami's defense point of view, but like now putting pressure on them to make another stop. Oh, that was a kind of needed to have a drive for the offense. Weirdly enough, I want to see more screens. I wasn't a fan of the screens last week, but they've been working today. Uh, we're so lucky this game was close, but it could very easily get away from us now. Brr, 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 brr. Come on, defense. Still a commercial break after the punt. I need our defense to make a play just like they did last week. Last week against Jacksonville, our defense forced a turnover and that completely changed the game. Feels like another one of those is needed. I'm kind of surprised as well, but I think the reason why is they are scared of the Bills' defensive line. Because like it is a good defensive line, and for most of Miami's deep plays, they require time to set up because they involve play action. Like I'm sure we'll see it like maybe next drive or in the second half we'll start seeing some more deep shots. But at the same time, like Buffalo's defensive line is a good defensive line. So like me like the mid range is where this team thrived a lot last year. It's gonna be the same thing this year. And it's like deep shots, screenplays, and we're just real deep mid range, rely on the run after the catch, screenplays, run after the catch. Like I'm curious why we didn't go a screen on 3rd and 3. Because I feel like we go a screenplay on that, it would have worked. If I have to give a favorite roller coaster ride, um, probably Splash Mountain was always a favorite one for me to go on, but I'm not a big fan of like roller coasters or amusement parks. To be fair, a lot of that is because I got really burnt out from going to Disney World so much. Whereas I just don't feel like going anymore. Like if I had to go on Splash Mountain's always a fun one for me to go on. All right, Buffalo's next drive. Come on, defense. Allen under center. Back behind him is Clear Shakur. Shifting over to the right side of the field. Going to play action, looking to throw. Allen, dump off, right side to the back behind him. That's going to be Chop Robinson and Jalen Ramsey combining for a tackle on a loss of 1. Okay. Okay, let's go, Chop. There we go, Chop, making plays. I have never heard of that roller. I've never heard of that coaster. Ray Davis was that when caught that pass on first down. 2nd and 11 now. Allen shotgun back to his right. Now motioning the back out. Going to look to throw. Has some time throwing over the middle. Going to be caught by Khalil Shakur down by the 35. And there's a late flag on the play. Late compounds. Interesting. And that might be that. It's going to tag on yards afterwards, I feel. Oh, man. McDaniel saying he didn't hit him, so they call that. Unnecessary roughness on Miami. Calling it on Jordan Poyer. I don't think he hit him, but I mean, like, he still tried to. Oh, no, he hit him. He hit him. Poyer. That's a. They can't be having that. Can't be having that. 4 penalties to Buffalo's 0 so far. And that's really what's done it for us. But no, the turnovers, but like that's what screwed over the last drive. Our last drive. Ball now on to 50. Allen under center. Back behind him, going to hand it off up the middle and going to break off one tackle and gain roughly 8 on the play. It's Ray Davis once again. If we can keep this a 3-point game entering halftime, I kind of like our chances. But I mean, we definitely need hold them to another field goal. Keep it a 1-possession game. 2nd and 2, Allen under center. Miami sending pressure, handoff up the middle. Ray Davis has a lane, going to get to the 31-ish. First down, Buffalo. Gain of like 10 on the play. Hold them to a field goal or force a turnover. Cannot let them get in the end zone. And if they do, then the offense needs to play like it's 4-down territory already. We can't go behind too much against Buffalo. I don't see us coming back down 20-7 or more against this team. Allen under center, back behind him, 2 receivers to the right. Going to hand off to Ray Davis once again. He's going to lose about 1 yard, maybe 2 on the play. David Long on the tackle for loss. All right, that's not bad. I mean, if they're going to run it, just, hold them to minus yards or short yardage runs. Weirdly enough, try to force Allen to pass it down the field because I feel like we could match up well against their receivers if we truly try to. Most of their big passing plays have been against zone. Allen shotgun, making adjustments at the line now. James Cook is lined up real close to that center. And they get Miami to jump, but they're saying false start. Let's go. All right, 2nd and 16 coming up. Yeah, I've never been to a Six Flags either. Again, like being from South Florida, if you're going to go to any amusement park, you just go to Disney. So, like, I haven't been to Six Flags. I haven't really been to many other amusement parks besides, like, the State Fair. And we don't have a lot of state fairs. It's mainly, like, the different, universities. Mainly just the Orlando amusement parks. Allen shotgun, back to his right. Looking to throw in 2nd and 16. Has time, throw over the middle. Caught by Khalil Shakur, but what a hit from David Long. As soon as the ball arrived, going to be a 3rd and roughly 14-13 coming up. David Long hit him so hard, he went backwards like 2 yards. All right, big time 3rd down. 3rd and 12 coming up. Gain of 4 on that previous play. Gotta make this stop. Force the field goal. Gotta make this stop. Don't give up too many yards or push him back. Allen, shotgun. Low snap, looking to throw. Has some time, rolling out to his right. Has a lane if he chooses, throws it down the field. Going to be caught at the 1. Why is he... That's a great pass, but come on. Yeah, Space Mountain's pretty good. I do think it's overrated, but it is a good ride. How is the running back on the wheel route that open? Just lost him. It was Holland. Holland lost him. He went up. Ramsey tried to force the ball loose, but just couldn't. Ball on the 1. Allen under center. Watch a QB sneak. Cook behind him. Handoff Cook. Walks in. Touchdown Buffalo. Man, we had the 3rd and long. Just couldn't make the stop. All right, now the offense really needs to get things going. If the offense can have a 6.5 minute drive that ends in a touchdown, the extra point try from the left hash to make it a 10-point game. Kick is up and right down the middle. I gotta have points drive from the offense. That also needs to be like a long sustained drive. All right, commercial break again. I gotta have a drive for the offense coming up. 6.5 minute, a 6.5 minute touchdown scoring drive would be ideal. Just need to have this at a one possession game going into half, and I feel not great, but I feel better than if it's 17-7 or worse. But this needs to be a scoring drive, preferably a touchdown, obviously. Ugh. I mean, like, again, this is if the offense can have one, if similar to that Hill 80-yard touchdown on Sunday, if the offense can have one really explosive play to switch momentum for the offense, it would be great. But then the defense needs to make a stop because Buffalo gets ball to begin the half. So it's like, again, like I gotta have a drive that does not give Buffalo a shot to extend the lead going into halftime. This needs to be a 7 or 3 point game entering half if Miami's gonna have a real shot in this. Because like I trust the defense to make the adjustments needed and after halftime. They did it last week against Jacksonville. But I mean, we just can't be behind 10 points to Buffalo entering half. They're not like Jacksonville in that sense, where you can confidently shut them out for an entire half of play. All right, Tua, I need a drive out of you here. Kickoff is underway, and it's going to be caught deep in the end zone for a touchback. 6:25 left in the half. That first pick still pisses me off. All right, again, need a drive here. To a shotgun, Achane behind him. First and 10 from the 30. Going to hand off to Achane up the middle. Has a lane past the 40. Still going up the middle past the 45. Finally brought down near the 48. There we go, Achane. Okay, there we go. The ground game has been looking pretty solid today. Just gotta try to keep with it. Great blocking up front. And if DeMar Hamlin making a potential touchdown saving tackle. Come on. Again, this could be a game defining drive. To a shotgun back behind him. Ball on the 47. Handoff once again to Achane up the middle. Going to push his way forward past midfield to about the 48. Okay. Gain of roughly 5 on the play. I like that we're sticking with the ground, even though we're down by 10. Because again, the ground game has been effective. I'm glad we're sticking to it. I'm glad we're sticking to the ground. To a shotgun. To a under center. Achane and Ingold behind him on 2nd and 5. Hill sent in motion. Julian Hill. Handoff Achane up the middle. Gain of roughly 4.5 on the play. The run game is working. Like, it is actually like being a really effective ground game right now. Which is a shock considering it was abysmal against Jacksonville. All right, but big time third down. I mean, since you're past midfield, you're kind of in go for it situation if you don't pick it up. But obviously, just make it easy for yourselves. Pick up here, pick it up. 4.5 to go in the first half. Tua under center. Achane Ingold behind him. Buffalo stacking the box. And then sent in motion. Handoff. Ingold up the middle. It's going to be blown back. Loss of maybe a yard and a half on the play. They read it well. You're on your own 45. Down by 10 again. It feels like you need to go for it. And honestly, I like the idea of that same formation. But find a way to get it to Hill on some kind of lateral play. On some kind of jet sweep, end around. Find a way to get Hill the ball on that. Going lateral or going horizontal. Out of the same look. All right, 4th and 2. Big time 4th down. Tua shotgun looking to throw. Stepping up and going to be sacked at roughly midfield. Waddle slipped on the top of his route. He would have been open. Ed Oliver gets the sack. Yeah, our left guard just got completely blown back. Robert Jones. I wish I could have seen more of the field, but Amazon cuts to the actual game way too late. Seal level. I can't even tell if that was like what exactly went wrong because I couldn't see the formation. Like, just do a quick pass or screen. Like it's 4th and short. Like, gotta find a way to get the ball out quick. And the screen game has worked today. Hell, the ground game has worked today. I would have been if you would have failed that, I would have been fine if it was failed on a handoff or a toss of some kind. That commercial break, now we really need a drive from our defense. I mean, that's just a story. Like, we just can't beat Buffalo. Like, for some reason, like those 2 picks, is really what I look back on. Because that first pick bounces off the shoulder of a guy who wasn't even the roster, who wasn't even on the 53-man roster. Like, he wasn't even on our 53. We signed him afterwards because of injuries. And then the second one was just a bad throw or miscommunication, maybe. Yeah, I mean, you need to get rid of that ball instead of taking a sack in some way. Or again, like, just do a screenplay. Do some kind of quick pass. Don't do a traditional drop back on 4th and 2. You need to get lateral. Like, 5 wide also just doesn't make sense if you're not going to do a screenplay. Go back to the I form and get horizontal somehow, and you get the outside. Allen under center, ball on the plus 49. Going hands one off the middle to James Cook, who has plenty of space. Past the 30, 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Buffalo. Oh man, this is going to be a long night. I mean, I can't even be mad at the defense. The offense has done nothing to help them. Like, maybe if the offense just starts clicking, there's a shot. But again, like I said, I entered this like thinking Miami being favored made no sense, and it has proven to be true. Like, Miami should not have been favored in this game. And like if we somehow come back, that's great. But we just are not playing up to standard. Again, like part of it is like we just have receivers on the field who were not intended to even be on the team. Extra point is up and good. 17-point game with 3 minutes left in the first half. So again, like, there's a shot. We're not completely out of it. That's such a good cut from James Cook. Man, like he's a hell of a runner. Yeah. Man. I mean, like our defense can only do so much when we're constantly putting them in bad situations. You do turnovers, turnover on downs, and like just not having good drives. Like even our one punt was basically a three and out. It's like they're just on the field too much. Our offense needs to get something going. That way our defense can get rest. Like a 3.5 minute drive that ends in points is like with what we need. Yeah, it either brings us down by 10 or 14, but at least it gives our defense time to rest. Kickoff is out the back of the end zone for a touchback. I mean, really, most of the mistakes we've made on offense have been like miscommunications and like have been some form of like just bad error. Like it all goes back to that first drive where like it's a mistake that's just not anyone's like really anyone's fault. It's just because like we have someone in who wasn't intended to even be on the team. Do a shotgun back behind him. Barrio sent in motion, going to throw it left side on the screenplay, and Jalen Waddle's going to be tackled for no gain. Nearly made a man miss, but just couldn't. Yeah, I mean, I don't get how Buffalo has our number this bad. I just don't get it. Tua shotgun back to his right. Going to look to throw a quick pass right side. Going to be caught for a screenplay to Devon Achan, who's going to pick up about 13 on the play. A very solid screenplay. Like Nick, now this is definitely a gotta have a drive. Like down by 17. I mean, like just like these screens are working. These like the ground game is working. Like I don't get why when we've struggled in offense is when we've tried fancy shit. Do a handoff, Achan up the middle, going to stumble forward for roughly three. Like yeah, that's not flashy, but it's a gain. You take a gain of three on 1st and 10. Like that sets up the offense better than a 2nd and 10 or a second and behind the sticks. So like just take what the defense is giving you. Like you're down in this game, you need to find a way to build momentum. That's like a scoring drive right before half could be that it could be exactly what they need. But at the same time, like the defense just cannot stop Allen, or at least like. But again, second half defense last week. Second half defense last week played really well and shut out Jacksonville. If they could do that against Buffalo this week, I mean, there's a chance. But like our offense just is not looking right. Like an offense just something missing. And again, it goes back. It goes back to similar stuff to last week, where like the defense has given the offense multiple drives with chances to take the lead, and the offense just can't get stuff done. It was a case against Jacksonville. It was a case today where they had a drive where the game was tied at 7 and a drive where they were down by 3. Just they, for some reason, have not been able to get things going. And when they have, there's some dumb mistake that happens that forces us behind the sticks or into a situation that's just like not good. Or just questionable play call. And that 4th and 2, I don't get the decision there. Pass it the way they did. If they were going to pass it, I would have much rather seen a screenplay or like some true or like a screenplay or an RPO. Like, why did we not do an RPO there? Instead, we were in 5 wide, Tua alone in shotgun, and just saying, hey, find the receiver to pass to. No misdirection, no motion, nothing. Just plain old 5 wide bunch. And that's not how this offense is going to find success. I don't get why Miami decides to do that sometimes. It was the same case last week when they ran double slants on 4th and 8. With no motions, nothing. Just called double slants. Like, I don't get the occasional no motions, nothing play calls. Like, you have the team built around the motion and misdirection. Utilize it in big time plays. And twice this season, back-to-back weeks, they have a 4th down that it feels like they need to convert, and they don't use it. Tua, shotgun, back behind him, 2nd and 7. Ingold sent in motion, toss play, right side for Achane. He's going to gain 4-ish on the play, past midfield. Third and 2, saying gain of 5 on the play. Again, you gotta pick this up. You gotta pick this up. You need points before the half. You need to make this a 2-possession game entering halftime. It's not a great situation to be in, but it was a lot better than 3 possessions. And Tua is alone in shotgun. 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. Looking to throw, quick pass, right side. Going to be caught by Jonnu Smith for a gain of 5, 1st down. Hurry up, no huddle. That's why we signed Jonnu Smith. Plays like that. 1:10 to go in the half. Tua shotgun. Achane to his right. 2 receivers spread out each side. Ball in the 45. Looking to throw. Pass right side. Achane in the flat. Going to get out of bounds after a gain of 4. 57 seconds left. If this can be a touchdown drive, again, it's not great odds to then come back, but I like it a lot better than being down. I like being down 10 a lot more than being down 14 or 17. That's for sure. All right, Tua, shotgun, back behind him. Hill and Waddle lined up to the same side. Hill now shifted to Tua's left. Going to toss it right after a weird time catching the snap, and it's gonna be a loss of like 5. Tua for as much as I typically love Tua's footwork in the pocket, how do you stumble after catching the snap? "32 seconds left. It's 3rd and 11." Again, got to get the 1st down here, or at least get close so we can then potentially. I don't even think you go for it if you don't get the 1st. Even if it is like a 4th and short. Like, I feel like you just need points on this drive. Anyway, I think that was Miami calling their first time out. It might have been Buffalo, though. So I'll wait. But, like, oh, man. Why? Like, how? I just don't get how Buffalo has our number so well. Who called that timeout? It was Miami, okay. 33 seconds left in the half. Jeff Wilson is in the backfield. Tua's in shotgun. Wilson to his right. Third and 11. Gotta have it. Two receivers spread out each side. Looking for the 35-yard line. Ball on the 46. Tua looking to throw. Rolling out to his left. Has a lane to run. He's going to. And he's going to pick up the first down, get out of bounds. Gain of 12 on the play. We're saying gain of 11. Either way, first down Miami. 27 seconds. There we go, Tua. Using your mobility. Love to see it. Love to see it. Beautiful. Keep the drive alive. 35 yards. You need 35 yards. I mean, at this point, yeah, you kind of do. I mean, you're in field goal range, so just don't force it. But yeah, touchdown definitely preferred. As Tyreek Hill is on the sideline, because, of course, Tua, shotgun, back to his right. Three receivers to the right. Back now motion out wide to the left, looking to throw. Screen play left side to Jeff Wilson, who's going to gain inside the 30 to about the 28. So gain of like 6 on the play. And I think Miami's calling their second timeout. The clock is stopped with 19 seconds. Yeah, Miami calls their second timeout. Okay, again, a touchdown drive, and we build momentum going into the half. I will take it. This game has been ugly. But if we can make this a 10-point game entering the half, I will take it. Again, another solid drive. But man, we need to be more consistent on offense. That's the thing. From this week and last week, there's no consistency on the offense side of the ball. "21 seconds left. They added 2 seconds back on the clock. And you just need consistency on the offense. And hopefully we can get that in the second half. But you need to start with a touchdown drive here. Tua, shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, a back to his left. Barrios sent in motion. Tua looking to throw. Quick pass over the middle. Tyreek Hill, first down. Gain of 6 on the play. And I mean, you kind of have to hurry it up. 16 seconds, clock is stopped. I think Miami's calling their final timeout. So, really, now at this point, it's just 3 plays to the end zone and kick the field goal if you don't get it. Really, that's what it is at this point. I don't like that situation, but at least you got the first down. You're giving yourself the opportunity to take 3 shots to the end zone. The issue is you don't have Odell because he's injured, so you don't have a big body receiver. So you kind of have to depend on Jonnu Smith, who might not even be able to get to the end zone quick enough to have 3 full plays. Not because he's not fast, but just because he's a bigger body guy. He's a tight end normally. So that means you have to try to scheme up ways to get Tyreek open, who's having a slow day today. He's two receptions, 16 yards. And 3 shots either to the end zone or towards the sideline. As I think Buffalo just called their second timeout. They did. You gotta look for the end zone. You gotta look to the sideline and get out of bounds. You can't be tackled inbounds. This needs to, like, if you're in a situation where this is a touchdown drive, you've given your defense plenty of rest and plenty of time to make adjustments on the sideline to what Buffalo has been giving you. So then, like, Miami has a chance to score here, make a stop on defense to begin that second half, and then make it a 1-possession game. Like, it's a relatively good situation to be in. Obviously, you wish you would have been closer with a score after scoring this drive, but at least you're like in a somewhat manageable situation if you score and make it 2 possession. But again, you need to score. You cannot get tackled in bounds and waste time and not give a chance to kick the field goal. Ball on the 23, Tua shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Buffalo is dropping everyone back, sending for a quick pass to the right side to Jonnu Smith, going to gain roughly 7 and gets out of bounds. Okay, we're making it closer. 12 seconds left. Again, really 2 shots at the end zone from 20 yards out, roughly. I mean, you could also do that exact same thing, get even closer, and then take maybe 1-2 shots at the end zone. But again, like, you just can't be tackled inbounds. Because then, like, you definitely are going to only get a field goal out of this. And Buffalo calling their final timeout? They are. All right. This has been like a very solid final drive of the half. It needs to end in some kind of points. Whether that is a field goal, which again not preferable, but you will take it at this point just because it will make it a 2-possession game with 1 half to play. And again, with your defense playing pretty well considering the situations they've been put in because of the offense. Like most of Buffalo's drives today have started on Miami's side of the 50. So like it's like the defense has not been put in good situations. They've done well enough considering that fact. Tua shotgun back to his left, 2 receivers each side. Ball on the 16, looking to throw. Stepping up, rolling left, throwing, going to be a throwaway towards Jonnu Smith. 8 seconds. You have time for one more play. Nope, they're just sending out Jason Sanders. Okay, then. Take a shot at the end zone at least. You have 8 seconds. That's plenty of time to run one more play. Instead, they're just taking. I like the fact that we're going to hopefully make this a 2-possession game. But getting a touchdown there makes it so much better of a situation. 34-yard try from the right hash to make it a 14-point game. Kick is up and it is right down the middle. All right. So again, not the greatest of first halves, but it's manageable. If your defense can do something, then you have a real shot at this. Like if the defense can do something to begin the second half, you have a legit chance to come back in this, but it's going to be tough. Like again, you were able to come back down 14 against Jacksonville, but Jacksonville is not the same as coming back down 14 against Jacksonville is not the same as coming back down 14 against Buffalo. Like you're really going to need a drive. Like you're really going to need a elite level second half from Tua, where he plays damn near perfectly. Like every drive of the second half, it needs to be a scoring drive. Jason Sanders kicks this one away and is going to be a touchback. So again, I assume Buffalo is just going to need this one out and get us to halftime. As yeah, Tyreek Hill is taking the early trip towards the locker room. Probably going to get his weekly IVs that he gets at halftime. Yeah, I'm just preparing this for halftime already. I doubt Josh Allen's going to sling 170 here, and if he does, power to him. But I imagine this just brings us to half. Yeah, Buffalo going to need this one out. Okay. All right, not the greatest of first halves. Back-to-back weeks with the offense looking very rough to begin a game. Again, the second half needs to be near perfection from both sides. And it all begins with that first drive from the second half. You can't go down by 21. You just can't. Like you desperately need a stop to begin the second half. You need a 3 and out, a turnover of some kind. You need something to make you keep it a 14-point game when the offense gets the ball next. Desperately. I'm still. I'm just. Yeah. Okay. What I have? What I have? Uh, well, again, last week on Sunday against Jacksonville, I was roughly equally as dejected as I am right now, and we ended up having a great second half and coming back. We'll see if we can do it again this week. But honestly, with how this team has been playing this season so far, I feel like I'm going to be feeling like this a lot. I don't know if this Stop, just completely flip the script in the second half, please. Anyway, halftime, I'll use this time to say if you are new, you subscribe, it'd be greatly appreciated. Leave a like. You know the drill. I will be, after today, I'll be back on Sunday for the Buccaneers and the Lions, as well as Bears Texans. I'll be doing 2 games on Sunday again, just like this past Sunday. I'm gonna try to do 2 games on Sunday the entire year. We'll see if I'm able to. But yeah. Ugh. Man, oh man. This has been a great. Oh, I hate Buffalo. Because here's the thing. Like, yeah, Buffalo has been dominating the AFC East, similar to the Patriots. The difference is, at least with the Patriots, the matchups were like relatively even, and we were split the series and split the season relatively consistently. That's just not been the case with Buffalo, man. It just has not been. Like Allen has not been using his legs. He has not been scrambling. It's been James Cook and his arm. So it's not even what Miami usually struggles against when they play Buffalo, which is Allen's mobility. Like they're beating us in a way that Buffalo hasn't really beaten us in the past. So it's just like they have a completely different game plan and they're still beating us. Like we're containing Allen well when it comes to him scrambling. It just has not mattered. Not mattered. And those 2 picks in the first quarter are going to come back. Where did I put? There it is. Man. Again, with how this game has gone, yeah, I will take 14, but really this game should either be tied or a lot closer. Just those two interceptions, and that failed fourth down conversion. James Cook has every single touchdown for Buffalo. Uh, man, this has been rough. Jeez. Like I just don't get how the defense hasn't played spectacular. Don't get me wrong, but they gave the offense 2 drives with the game, 1 drive with the game tied, and 1 drive with the game with Miami only being down by 3. And the offense answered the defense with an interception, and they 3 it out. Like we're just not playing complementary football. Just not. We will see if in the second half we start playing more of a complementary style. But like again, this has just been a rough day. Ugh, man. And now that we're down by 14, the ground game, which has been effective today, is probably not going to be used that much. which means we're going to be passing it a bit, and thus Hill and Waddle will be getting tired, and thus not on the field for every single snap, and thus throwing it to fucking Robbie Chosen and Grant Du Bois. Like, we signed Odell, and we drafted both Taji Washington and Malik Washington. So we didn't need to have Robbie Chosen and Grant Du Bois being receivers for this team. Instead, all three of them are injured. Like, just great. This team is cursed. Ugh. Man. Really need a defense to come up big to begin the second half. Then we need the offense. Again, the offense needs to play a near perfect second half. And then our defense needs to just give us the opportunity. Which they have been for relatively tonight. As we have a 2K25 commercial, I do not care. I typically end up playing 2K in some capacity. Typically when it goes on sale. Or like becomes free with like PS Plus and all that. With how it looks this year, I do not care. Alright, second half coming up shortly. This needs to be a big second half. Yeah. That's one good thing that's come from these past few days is the Pac-12 is back. And it seems like it's going to be like an all-state school conference, which is hilarious. Washington State, Oregon State, Fresno State, Boise State, and then what, San Diego and San Jose State? So, like, hey, I'm happy, man. The Pac-12, the Pac-12 not being dead is good for college football. Now, it might be now the question is, will it be considered a power conference or not? I'm not sure. Oh, Colorado State. That's right. Yeah, San Diego State and Colorado State. Uh, because like I feel like this new look Pac-12 could be very similar to what happened to the Big East, where it turns into where the Big East turned into the American Conference, and became like a weird middle ground between Group of Five and Power Five. I feel like the Pac-12 is going to be very similar. I mean, I think they're only stopping there for now. I wouldn't be shocked if they add more schools. It's just you don't. It's just you gotta find where you can get those schools from. I think they're waiting to see what happens with the ACC because they very easily could pluck schools from there as well, depending on what happens with the ACC. Like if the ACC starts to collapse, they could go after like the Stanford, Cal, UNLV could be a good one. I doubt they do Idaho. I think Idaho is happy being an FCS level after how their FBS tenure went. Hawaii would be funny, but I don't think they're good enough for the Pac-12. In the sense of like, if the Pac-12 is trying to be another power conference, which I expect it to want to try and be, you wouldn't have Hawaii. And as for Rice, Tulane, and Memphis, I think they're waiting for either like the Big 12 or ACC to open up with more members again. That just makes more sense with like the rivalries that they have, especially Tulane. Like if Tulane's gonna become a power school, they want to be in the same conference as Cincy and UCF. because that ended up being some of Tulane's bigger rivals over the past few years because it was between those three relatively consistently for the American Conference. And then Memphis can be thrown into those as well. And then again, I think Rice is fine in the CUSA. I don't think they have plans on moving. Oh, great. Robert Jones has a shoulder injury and is questionable. We're down another offensive lineman. Fantastic. So yeah, to boost academics, it makes sense to have Rice. I mean, that's similar reason as to why the ACC went after Stanford. Like I wouldn't, yeah, maybe, but I do think at the same time, like there are other schools that can boost academics that might be better fits. Either way, I do think there are still some schools from the Mountain West that they could poach from. I still think the best idea is to just move the Mountain West, like the entirety, basically the majority of the Mountain West, like even a few more schools into the Pac-12, and then move most of the Big Sky Conference to the Mountain West. I just think that would make the most sense. And it sucks for like the Big Sky because then they're kind of low in members, but most of those schools in the Big Sky Conference already play like Group of Five schools. So like it is about time they get the ability to be bowl eligible. As the second half is going to be underway shortly, Miami's going to kick it off to Buffalo and James Cook having himself a night. I'll blow up that there. Devon Achane, one of two active players with 13 touchdowns through 13 career games. He has looked pretty solid tonight. Yeah, I mean, Tua has 5 incompletions and 2 of them were for interceptions, and arguably both of those were not his fault. The second one, more so his fault than the first. Aren't the Dakota schools as well in the Big Sky? I'm pretty sure. Move the Dakota schools in there. If not, then yeah, if they're not in the Big Sky, then yeah, obviously I'm including those like North Dakota State and South Dakota State. Both of those should be in at least Group of Five play. But they're in the Missouri Valley Conference, really? That wow. Still, they should be moved up either through the Big 12 or the Mountain West. Sanders is going to squib this a little bit, and it's going to be returned beginning from inside the 5. And breaking off some tackles, going to be brought down finally at roughly the 28. So try to do a little bit of a fancy kickoff there to force Buffalo to start backed up. Doesn't fully work. All right, come on, defense. A turnover here, a 3 and out. Just find a way. Find a way to gain momentum for the offense and give the offense a chance to work their way back into this. Okay, that sign says our mission is tradition. I thought that said our misery is tradition, which I would have agreed with. This team, man. Ball on the 28, Allen shotgun, Cook behind him. And you need to force a turnover, need to get a 3 and out, or some kind of, or force a punt in some capacity. Allen looking to throw a quick pass right side, caught by Kincaid, I believe. That's going to be a gain of 9 after carrying Dolphins defenders. It's plays like that why Buffalo's had our numbers. They have plays where they are great at tackling and minimize run after the catch and yards after contact. Miami just has not been able to the past few years. All right, 2nd and 1. Allen under center. Handoff up the middle for James Cook, going to get the first down and brought down at about the 47, 48. I mean, like, at this point, I didn't try to force a turnover or push him back in some way. I mean, I guess there is still room to make a stop to where you're not in field goal range, but they're in the no man's land of the in between the 45s where they're probably just gonna go for it instead. Allen shotgun back a little wider to the right. Quick pass right side on the screenplay. And going to be brought down in about midfield for a gain of 3. David Long on the tackle. Curtis Samuel on the reception. All right. Again, if you can force a stop here and don't give up the field. I mean, I guess you can, but obviously you don't want to because you want it to stay 2 possessions, give your offense a shot to make this a 1 possession game. So you gotta try to get him off the field on these next few plays. Allen under center. Going to hand it off up the middle to James Cook, who's going to lose about a yard on the play. Jordan Brooks makes a tackle for loss, and 3rd and 6 coming up. Or 3rd and 8 coming up. And Buffalo's doing some substitutions here, taking James Cook off the field for 3rd and 7. Again, make the stop, force a punt, give your offense a shot to get back into this game a little bit. As Miami is calling the first timeout already. That is wonderful. First drive of the second half, Miami calls a timeout. By the way, just clarification, there's water in here basically. It's water with electrolyte powder. Like flavoring powder. 3rd and 7. Big 3rd down. Gotta make the stop. Gotta make the stop. Oh god, Zonka. I love that Zonka has a Twitter presence. It's great. Allen shotgun. Making adjustments at the line now. A trips bunch look to the right. A back to his left. 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Allen force out to his right. Throwing down the field and overthrows a man. Incomplete. Attended for MVS. Miami makes a big time stop. There we go. Big time stop. They got pressure. They got home. It was Zach Zeeler and Chop Robinson on the pressure. Good job. Force an error and throw. And honestly, if that's on target, Kendall Fuller got burnt. All right, Buffalo's going to punt. There we go. That's the kind of drive we needed from the defense. Punt comes off clean. It's going to be fair caught at about the 11. Not the greatest starting field positioning, but there is breathing room for the offense to be able to run their style. You need a touchdown on this drive. You need to make this a 1 possession game. You have the perfect opportunity to gain momentum in this with a touchdown. Anyway, when I was talking about Zonka's Twitter presence, he tweets this out at halftime. If I gone through a half like that with Shula, I'd go straight to the parking lot, not the locker room. Yeah, I mean... All right. I know there's a college game going on right now. Let me see the score in that. Wow. Texas State and Arizona State are tied at 21. Crazy. All right, so let's still at commercial break. This has been a half. All right. Hey, man, this is a chance to completely flip the script and get back into this game. Score a touchdown here, make it one possession, you're right back into it. Again, especially how the defense played last week in the second half, if they can play similarly this week, and the offense can actually play a full half of football in the second half instead of just a quarter. No, it is only 2 possessions. Miami scored 13 in the second half last week. That won't be enough this week. I mean, Miami should have scored 16 in the second half last week. Yeah, Buffalo constantly finds ways to keep Tyreek Hill in check, which is impressive. I mean, I think there's a lot of bracket covering, and that's why. But yeah, they're able to keep the speedsters in check for the most part. But we're going to need him to kind of go off here. Waddle has 3 receptions for 20 yards. Hill has 2 receptions for 16. Screen plays, end arounds, jet sweeps. Find ways to get these 2 the ball. Find a way to get these 2 receivers the ball so that way they can utilize their speed and elusiveness in space. Simple. Tua shotgun back behind him. Hill is on the sideline for this play. Going to hand it off up the middle and going to gain about 2 with Devon Achane. Okay, you'll take that start to the drive just because it is positive yardage. But obviously you kind of wanted that to go a little better. Their linebacker, Terrell Bernard, is out with a pec injury. Their defense is weak as well. They're still able to play us well. Lester Cotton is in a left guard. Fantastic. Tua shotgun back to his right. Trips to the left. Ingold sent in motion. Looking to throw. Quick pass left side in the flat to Devon Achane, who's going to pick up the first down and more. Out of bounds at roughly the 25-yard line. In large part because the corner on that right side kept on slipping. But we'll take it. And we will take it. Yeah, I mean, there was just no one else really open. I mean, just take what the defense gives you. You have great playmakers all around this offense. Give them the ball in space and let them make plays. Do a handoff right side this time for Achane. He's going to gain about 4-ish on the play, I think, 3 to 4. I like that they're still running the ball because again, it is working. Like, yeah, 3 and 4 yard rushes aren't a lot, but it is an effective ground game. All right, 2nd and 6 coming up. Wait, why is Armstead not in? Tua shotgun back behind him. Handoff right side for Achane. Going to gain 2-ish on the play. Just nothing. Why is Armstead not in? That was not Armstead at left tackle on that play. Where is Armstead? Gain of 1 on that play. 3rd and 5 coming. Where is Armstead? And it's not even Patrick Paul in either. It's not even the guy we drafted to be Armstead's backup. It's Kendall Lamb. All right, 3rd and 5, Tua shotgun. Jeff Wilson to his right, 3 receivers left. Making some adjustments. Can you get the snap off? They do. Looking to throw. Going to try to roll out to his right, then just throws it and is picked off. That's a pick 6. That's game. Where is Armstead? Where is Armstead? Like, the O-line's crumbling. Why is Kendall Lamb the backup left tackle? The defense made the stop you wanted them to make to begin the half. They made the stop you wanted them to make. The offense just can't do anything. Why is Kendall Lamb the backup left tackle? Because he didn't pass off, because Buffalo called it pass stunt. He didn't pass off the guy to Lester Cotton, who's a backup left guard, who's really a 3rd string left guard. Just the offensive line coming to bite us. Where is Armstead? Where is Teron Armstead? When did he get injured? Kick is good. 21-point game. This is rough. The post game video is going to be fantastic. I mean, we are playing like how we played against Jacksonville. And I was saying if we played like that this tonight, we were not going to win. And it's showing. It is showing. Our offensive line can't do anything. Our defense is trying their hardest, but the offense is giving them no support. As we go to commercial, this game. Oh man. Where is Armstead? Like Tua tried to throw it away there, just couldn't get it out. The offensive line did not block well on that play. I think you should have to take the sack there, though. You can't force a throw away like that. But like man, shoulder injury for Armstead questionable to return. I cannot with this team. Why is Kendall Lamb the backup left tackle when we drafted a dude in the 3rd round to be the backup tackle? We drafted Patrick Paul to be the backup tackle. He played well in preseason. He was having a good camp, and he does not get thrown in here. Instead, it's Kendall Lamb. Like, I just don't get it. Man. I just don't get it. Again, where's our how did Armstead get injured? It's a shoulder injury for him. How did that happen? When did it happen? So like now pretty much the entire offensive line is weak. So I don't expect our run game to be that effective the rest of the day. I don't expect the pass game to. The offensive line is going to be weak with the injuries to Robert Jones and Armstead. Again, I don't know where Patrick Paul is. He should be in the game, not. That is fully true. I'm not saying they do. Again, like Tua should have just taken a sack there. But the entire offseason and during preseason, everyone besides Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel were saying, when are we going to fix the offensive line? When are we going to fix the offensive line? When are we going to fix the offensive line? And they did nothing. Besides draft a dude in the 3rd round who, when his number should be called, they're not even calling his number. Like, we drafted Patrick Paul in the 3rd round to be the backup left tackle. And he doesn't even get the shot to be the backup left tackle. Like, I don't get that. I don't get the 4th down play call from earlier in the game. The picks were bad. Again, the first pick, I don't blame Tua. That was off the dude's shoulder. But the second two just wasn't great. Like, again, the first interception was off the dude's shoulder. Was on Tua shotgun, quick pass right side to Tyreek Hill on a screenplay going to gain 7-ish. The first interception was off a dude's shoulder who wasn't even on the 53-man roster because he was not supposed to be on the team. But we signed him because Beckham was on PUP to begin the season and Malik Washington got injured. The second one, I've seen some people, like the second one was a bad throw. I might have been miscommunication, but I'm not sure. I'm just going to say bad throw. And then, yeah, that third one was bad. It hit him in the shoulder. You need to catch that. Any of the other receivers on this team catches that pass. Toss play left side to Jalen Wright going to lose 3. Yeah, the second one was bad. I'm assuming it's like it kind of looked like miscommunication, but I'm not sure, so I'm assuming it's just a bad pass. But like again, this is an offense that's built around Tua's anticipatory passing skills. You need to be ready for the ball at the top of your break. And Grant Dubois, who was the receiver on that first interception, just wasn't ready. And again, he should have just taken the sack on that third one. That's a bad throw, just a bad decision to try to throw it out of bounds. Because he's falling backwards because there's a guy in his face. To a throw over the middle, going to be caught for a first down on 3rd and 4. This one was to Jalen Waddle. Yes, like Tua should have taken a sack on that third interception. The first interception should have been caught. The second interception, yeah, that was a bad pass. Like the third interception started because the offense was, again, not fully blaming the O-line. He should have just taken a sack. But Buffalo called a pass stunt on the left side because they knew Armstead wasn't in, and they can get in. Two guys on that left side were not good. Tua looking to throw in 1st and 10, going for the sideline to Tyreek Hill, and they're saying incomplete. Couldn't get both feet in balance. Would have been a gain of like 15. Let's see. Tyreek was open there. Where's the sideline? No, yeah, his toes. His left toe was out of bounds. Yeah, I mean, it's Buffalo just has our number. They consist, no matter who they have on defense, they find really good ways to lock up Tyreek and Waddle. Handoff right side for Jalen Wright's going to be a solid piece of running and gain roughly 9. Yeah, like Tua. I mean, again, similar to how New England consistently had both Buffalo and New York's number when Brady was there. That's the Bills with us. Like they just constantly have our number, and it's because they play really disciplined on the defensive side. They don't fall for a lot of the misdirections and emotions. They play their zones really well. They don't get fooled. So like they force Miami to play a physical game, and Miami just is not made for a physical style of football. As Achane finds lane up the middle, gonna get to inside the 20, roughly the 19. Nice little fullback dive. And I mean, maybe we can claw our way back into this game, but I'm not too hopeful. I mean, like that was a nice piece of running. Achane somehow finds a hole out of that. And Armstead's still on the sideline. He was in briefly this drive, but he's since been back on the sideline. 4 receivers to the right. Tua looking to throw over the middle. Has the man, and it's incomplete. Julian Hill had his hands on it. Couldn't hang on. Would have been a touchdown. But again, at the end of the day, he was open. Like he was pretty much wide open, and Tua just threw it too high. He puts that on his chest. That's a touchdown. But like, to be fair, he did kind of have to layer it over the linebackers. But yeah, I mean, that's slightly lower, and that's a touchdown. Through his hands, man. Tua shotgun back to his left on 2nd and 10 from the 19. Going to look to throw up quick pass over the middle, caught by Jonnu Smith, who breaks off one tackle and finally brought down after a gain of roughly 7. They need to line Jonnu Smith out wide more. Like I understand liking the skill sets that Durham Smythe and Julian Hill have. You sign Jonnu Smith for a reason. And you line him outside. Yeah, he might not be the best blocker, but his pass catching skills outweigh that in most situations. He's a serviceable blocking tight end. Tua shotgun, Achane behind him, 3rd and 3. You're going to hand this up the middle, and he's going to lose a yard. Go for it. You're down by 21 with 5 minutes to go in the third. You need a touchdown on this drive. Because maybe you get 2 more drives left in this game. Maybe you get 2 or 3 more drives in this game after this one. You need a touchdown. You just need one. Like a field goal does not cut it. And it's Kendall Lamb getting blown up for the tackle for loss. Tua shotgun back to his right, trips to the left, looking for the 9-yard line minimum. Looking to throw. Buffalo sending pressure. Tua stepping up, has room to run. That's a first down and more, down to about the 7. But he goes down awkward and he's slow to get up. Are you kidding me? He's down. He's injured. He went forward. So instead of leading with his feet, he led with his shoulder. God. Oh man, he's down. Yeah. Are you kidding me? His head went right into the arm of DeMar Hamlin. That's probably concussion. That honestly, that might not just be the game. That might be the season. That might just be the season, depending on how bad this injury is. But yeah, he was not getting up. Oh my god. Yeah, it might be. I hope it's not, man. He's a quality quarterback. I hope it's nothing like career threatening. Oh man, that sucks. That's Hopefully he's okay, man. At this point, again, I don't care about this game right now. Afterwards, I hope he's okay. Oh man, I love the effort, but he needs to play it safer. He needs to get down with his legs, not his shoulder or his head. Like he needs to play that safer. Like again, I like the effort to get to first, but you just can't do that into a situation. All right, he's up. He's walking off. I assume his night is done though. We'll see what the official wording is on the injury. But again, he's most likely going into concussion protocol. He's gonna be tested out for concussion and all that. We'll see. We'll see how testings and everything comes out. We'll see kind of the situation. Skylar Thompson's warming up to come in, and again, we'll see. It's just a scary situation with Tua. Yeah, like there's definitely some kind of limp there, which uh, I mean, I don't even care about the limp. It's there. He got hit in the head. That's the bigger concern. He got hit in the head and his neck scrunched up. I don't care about the limp. The limp we can worry about afterwards. The bigger concern is the fact he was hit in the head and it did not look good. Like just gotta see what that situation is first. Definitely rather the limp. But again, we'll see. Again, he's still gonna be doing tests for. He's probably gonna enter concussion protocol. Like the guys just make. The key thing is he was walking. Like again, the limp can be dealt with like a brace or whatever. Skylar Thompson now win. He's in shotgun, going to hand this off to Achan, who stumbles as soon as he gets the handoff and only gains nothing on the play. Might have lost a yard. Oh man. Why are they showing these highlights? Why are they showing these concussion moments? from 2 years ago. Oh man. Second and goal, ball in the 7. Thompson under center. Going to hand it off to Achane up the middle, and Ingold unable to move anyone. Going to be a loss of a yard, maybe 2. And yeah, Tua is going to the locker room. His night's probably done. All right, third and goal. Again, you're in a situation where you pretty much need, it's 4 down territory. You need a touchdown on this drive. We'll see what Skylar Thompson can do against this Bills defense. He's in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers left. Ball on the 8. Looking to throw in left side, and just Barrio slipped on the top of his route. Not even a chance. Yeah, Thompson, why are you walking towards the sideline? We're not kicking a field goal in this situation. Like, we need a touchdown. Uh, Shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers left. And it's a false the timeout's called, but it would have been false to everyone but the center. We have 1 timeout left, down 21. Jeez, this game is a disaster. I mean, I went into this not thinking. Because again, like the fact that Miami was favored made no sense to me. The fact that a lot of people were picking Miami made no sense to me. I went into this thinking there was a good chance we would lose. I was not expecting all that has happened tonight. Again, like, the focus at this point isn't even fully on the game. Back-to-back weeks, something has happened surrounding a game that has more focus than the actual game. That's been the case with McDaniel. Like, just he has his moments of like good clock and game management, but for the most part, like he has struggled with it during his time here. Thompson looking to throw on 4th and goal, sacked. He slipped at the top of his drop back. Like, the turf is a disaster here at Hard Rock. It has been for years, and they won't get new grass in there. The grass has been a disaster since the Hurricanes started playing in Sun Life at Hard Rock. Like, it is not good grass. It is, again, that's the least of this team's worries. Is the grass surface, the playing surface, because it should not matter. Oh no, it could get uglier. Uglier. Trust me, it definitely could. I have seen some really ugly games. I was in Hard Rock Stadium for the first 2 games of the 2019 season. Those were really ugly games. This is just how the This is just how the Dolphins Bills games have been the past few years. I hope it doesn't get too much uglier, but it very easily could. Like, I've seen truly ugly games with this team. Oh, that Ravens game last year was bad. Ugh. Man. Yeah, man, I'm not even focused on the outcome of this game anymore. Yep, ruled out with a concussion. He's probably going to miss a good chunk of the season. No, this team without Tua at quarterback is abysmal. We saw it 2 years ago when Tua dealt with concussions the first time. We saw it in the preseason. Like this team with unless the defense, unless we become like the Browns or the Steelers, where our defense becomes lights out, this team is not a playoff team. Which arguably could be something this team needs, where they have a top end draft pick to add to the O line. But knowing McDaniel, he's just gonna grab another speedster at running back or a receiver with a first round pick. Allen hands off up the middle to James Cook, going to gain about 7, maybe 8. You'll be like, this team. Because again, like, the issue already, like this team is already built off of quick passes, Tua's ability to have like quick decision making, and his and the fact he's a really good anticipatory thrower. Like he's elite at those things. Like Skylar Thompson or Tim Boyle. Like no, this is not a playoff team without Tua in. Like he's the main driving force for this offense. Because well, yes, we have all that talent. Like it doesn't matter if we can't get the ball to them, and the offensive line isn't good enough for someone who's not as quick. A handoff up the middle, gain of like 3. Like the offensive line isn't good enough when you don't have someone who can throw to spots as well as Tua can. So that's why like everyone in the Dolphins beat, everyone in all the fans, all the media, everyone was saying you need to improve the interior of the offensive line. Not even just the fact that it's been playing bad tonight, but just because it makes it so you can't. It makes it so you can truly open up the offense more in a case of you don't need to rely on quick game. Allen handoff up the middle to James Cook. He's going to gain about 2. But it's like the offense is so electric and so like quick moving and has a lot of RPOs and a lot of like quick hitters, even that are really pretty deep down the field because the offensive line is so bad, and they try to disguise it with how good Tua is at like quickly going through progressions and seeing the field. Skylar Thompson, for as good as he can play, as good as he did play at Kansas State, he has nowhere near the same skill set, and he does not have the skill set that fits this offense. Allen looking to throw in 2nd and 9, quick pass left side, going to be caught by Kincaid, bounces off one defender and drags another for roughly 6. Like, okay, like maybe this gets Miami a top pick in the next draft to where they can add another talent. Yeah, exactly. I'm not fully blaming the O line, and a lot of the mistakes were made in a clean pocket. But like the O line helps, like a better O. And I'm not even saying the O line unit needs to be like a full unit of elite players, but a better O line unit helps out the ground game, which helps out the pass game. Because like Miami loves to do RPOs, they love play action. When the ground game can't get going, you can't do those things. And again, like they have talent pretty much everywhere else. Yeah, like the D line hasn't played great, but that was kind of to be expected with Bradley Chubb not being available yet, and also with the fact that they are still trying to learn Anthony Weaver's new system. But like again, like the main point of concern was nose tackle and interior offensive line, and both of those have shown up so far this season. And you can only say, and what makes it a lot more upsetting is the fact that Greer and McDaniel were saying this offseason, last offseason, that the fans and the media worry more about the offensive line than they do, which should not be the case because the offensive line has looked good. Like, they looked good last year and it looked good against Jacksonville because of how quick the ball gets out of the hands. Honestly, I'm just waiting for more information on Tua. We'll probably find out more throughout the next 10 days, and all we're going to get tonight is the fact that it's a concussion. Uh, I don't expect much anymore out of this year. Man. All right, one more quarter of play. And it's like man, it's like I could say all I want about like, oh well, they need to fix this, they need to do this better the following week, and yada yada. But it doesn't matter because like Skylar Thompson's not good enough to lead this team to the playoffs. Handoff up the middle for James Cook, going to be stopped short of the first, so the defense makes another stop. I mean, I get wanting more agility guys, but here's like, you can find good agility guys who are also just quality blockers all around. Miami, when it comes to the interior of Miami's offensive line, particularly the two guard positions, Miami doesn't have good agility guys, and they don't have good all around blockers, period. As Buffalo punts this one away, I mean, maybe there's a chance. This is going to bounce into the end zone for a touchback. Because like Liam Eichenberg, just he's not good. For like they've tried, like I think this is his fourth. It's either his third or fourth year in the league. He has not lived up to the caliber that McDaniel and Greer says he is. He's not a good guard. And then Isaiah Wynn, who is normally our left guard, he's injured before the year started. So then we have Robert Jones in the left guard, who's a backup, who's not that great. But then he gets injured tonight. So you have a third string left guard who's not good. Like they're really banking on Armstead to help the left guard and Jackson to help Eichenberg on the right side. But then they don't have a center who can help both of them when needed because Aaron Brewer, for as agile as he is, he's not that great of a blocker in general. Like, it's just Thompson shotgun, looking to throw, fakes a toss, has some time, then finally throws it right side to Achane, who doesn't get a block and only gains a yard. Because like that's the when you play in playoff caliber teams, which is the teams Miami has struggled with the most. They're coached really well, and thus they're disciplined and don't fall for the misdirection and in the fakes. You need to beat them through physicality. Miami's just not a physical team up front, or really mostly anywhere. Thompson shotgun back to his right, three receivers to the left, ball on the 21, looking to throw. Pass over the middle, wide open, caught by Achane, going to be a solid gain up to about the 36. Picks up a first down. And like, here's the other thing with Skylar Thompson. Like, he had his moments 2 years ago of like pretty solid play, but he's also relatively injury prone. He's alone in shotgun, 3 receivers left, 2 to the right. And going to look to throw. Throwing over the middle, incomplete. Try to hit a seam route to Grant Du Bois. I mean, at this point, the idea should just be survive until after the bye week. Our bye week is, I think it's week 5, I want to say. Like, if we can be 2-2 entering the bye, I mean, that's in a decently good spot, and hopefully by that point, we have Odell back, we have Bradley Chubb back, maybe Tua is back by then. But honestly, I have no idea. I mean, again, he looked fine afterwards. He walked off the field with a slight limp. Hopefully he's back. I don't expect him to play against Seattle, though. Thompson throw over the middle, going to be caught by Jonnu Smith, who breaks off 1 tackle and gains roughly 6. So again, it's like get to 2-2, maybe 3-2 before the bye. Thompson shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left after sending Jeff Wilson in motion. 3rd and 4. 12 minutes to go in the game. Looking to throw. Throwing over the middle, air mails Jonnu Smith incomplete. He wasn't even open really in the first place. All right, let me see our schedule. I know we have Seattle next week. Then we have Tennessee. Okay, our bye week is week 6. We play Seattle, Tennessee, and New England. Maybe we beat 2 of those. I mean, Seattle's going to be a tough opponent, but we should be able to handle Tennessee and New England even with Skylar Thompson. If we can get a 3-2 at the bye, maybe 4-1. I mean, I still think we're in a decent spot. Thompson looking to throw. There's a flag for most likely delay of game on 4th and 4. Yeah, the offense has just been bad. It was the same case last week. Ugh. 4th and 9 coming up. Yeah, I mean, I can only trash Eichenberg so much. Thompson looking to throw in 4th and 9. Has some time. O-line blocking relatively well. Rolling out to his left, going to cut inside, and gets tackled by the ankle short of the first. 4th down failed. I mean, like, we play Seattle, Tennessee, and New England by the bye week. Those are all winnable games, even with Thompson in, I feel. Maybe Seattle, maybe not. But, like, I feel like those are all games we can win through defense primarily. And so the hope is just survive those games. Again, 3-2, maybe 4-1 come to bye if we're lucky, and hopefully by week 7 we have Chubb, Odell, and Tua back. That's kind of the hope at this point. Because like when Thompson has had a full weeks of prep, he's looked all right. And that week was primarily the wildcard game against Buffalo 2 years ago. But I mean, I'm not too optimistic. And just try to survive by whenever we get Tua back, if that's this season or not. I do think that though there are discussions that are going to be had with him and his family, and I totally respect it and understand it because, like, man, I mean, another concussion. Again, luckily he seemed okay. but we have to really wait until the following days because most of the time those are after effects. Like most of the time, like true effects don't come until a few days later, so we have to wait and see. All right, at commercial break, man. Again, I'm sorry that I'm kind of like dejected right now. I mean, like even I'm again just I'm just worried about Tua because like yeah, even besides the fact that like he's a great player and this team needs him and all that, like off the field he's just a good dude and like yeah he's just a good dude off the field. So like it sucks seeing that happen. Uh, if you want to see me like more energized for calling these games, come tune back in on Sunday when I call Tampa Detroit. So that way I don't have a stake in that game. I can kind of just enjoy it for how it is. But yeah, so like Sunday I'm doing Tampa Detroit at 1 o'clock, and then I'm doing Sunday Night Football plus Monday Night Football. Tune in for those. You'll see a more accurate version of me when it comes to calling these games. And Allen under center, going to hand it off to Ray Davis up the middle, who's going to gain about a yard, maybe two on the play. Eleven 11:15 left in the game. Again, Buffalo's just running the clock out. And they're what? They're calling their first timeout. What am I gonna watch tomorrow? I have stuff to do tomorrow that typically I would do during like watching Get Up or I'm Active Show. That ain't happening tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the case with Armstead. Because like he's a great player, probably a future Hall of Famer, but he's just injury prone. But that's why we drafted Patrick Paul in the second or third round. But then we just don't have him in after Armstead gets injured. Handoff up the middle for Ray Davis, going to go nowhere. Jalen Ramsey and Chop Robinson combine on the tackle there. But again, like that's why like you draft Patrick Paul and to see him just not have a shot in this game is insane to me. Because like he had a good training camp, he played good in the preseason. This would be a good first test for him, and we just don't allow him to have that test. I don't get what they're waiting for when it comes to Patrick Paul. And then like again, like this team, like most people know, like this team is a glass house. Armstead looking to throw in 3rd and 7. Quick pressure dumps off right side to clear Shakur, who's open and gets the first down, gain of like 10, maybe 12. Like this team is a glass cannon. This team is a glass cannon. They can hit you hard, but they get banged up easily. And then they can't fully play physical. Which you need to do against tougher opponents. You need to be a little more physical. But because of Armstead's injury proneness, he can't play too physical. I mean, and then like two of our guards can't play too physical. Like we don't have a true big body receiver to catch the contested passes and then 50-50 balls. Handoff Ray Davis left side, going to be a gain of roughly 2. Like the defense have looked more physical this year than it did last year, but they can only do so much when the offense has looked as bad as it has this year. They do. And again, like Hollins was good for us when he needed to be, and I'm shot. And I wish we kept Sherfield, but I didn't expect us to keep Mac Hollins after Flores left, and I didn't. And then I'm shocked Sherfield didn't stay longer, considering how close he is with McDaniel. Allen handoff to Ray Davis, who slips and going to lose about 3 on the play. Again, the last thing that's really should be mentioned is the turf. We need new grass. Because like, the amount of times players have slipped, not only just today, but pretty much every Dolphins home game. It just Allen shotgun, Ray Davis to his right, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw, they don't get the playoff. That again, the thing with Buffalo is like no matter who the defense, no matter who Buffalo has had on defense has been for the past few years, they find like they do a good job containing Hill and Waddle, and forcing other people to beat them. It's through bracket coverage, it's through safety help, it's through just not falling for any of the directions. It's through good communication, especially. The teams like Buffalo, Kansas City, San Francisco, Baltimore, they have really good defenses, in part because they have really good communication skills. And it's those skills that allow you to guard guys like Hill and Waddle really effectively. You need to find different ways to scheme them up. And screenplays, those quick passes are good ways to do it. But Miami just didn't do it a lot in this game, which is weird. Like, for as much as I love McDaniel, he confuses me so many times with his play calling. Allen rolling out to his right on 3rd and 11, looking to throw, throws it down the field, and it's incomplete. Batted away by Kendall Fuller. Yeah, and Jonnu Smith is a prime example of why I've been confused with McDaniel recently. He was signed to be a difference maker on like to be a difference maker and to be like a speedy, big body contested catch kind of guy. And it feels like in all of the biggest moments when the ball goes to the tight ends, it has been to pretty much everyone but him. He has rarely caught passes or had the chance to catch passes down the field this season. And it is still early. But he's been mostly utilized on screenplays, and I don't get it. Tyler Bass shanked this kick to the left. So with 8 minutes to go, basically, Miami can make this closer, but again, it's not gonna happen. But like, he's not using Jonnu Smith well because like he's not fully in, and when he is in, he's not getting looked his way. Again, he's supposed to be a check down option, and not really throwing to the check down a lot because either Hill or Waddle get open, or they would rather dump it off to Achane or Mostert. Like Jonnu Smith is not being fully utilized in the way that I think a lot of people expected him to. And obviously, like, Buffalo has consistently found ways to lock down Hill and Waddle. Like it's been a rough situation. And again, Buffalo has had our numbers since Josh Allen arrived, and I just don't think there's anything we can do about it. Like they're gonna be our Patriot. Like, the way that the Patriots had their number consistently during the Brady era, they're gonna have our number consistently during the Allen era. And I mean, it's just because it's hard to stop him, and it's like this was the season to like catch Buffalo sleeping because they don't have all the weapons anymore. Their defense is a little weaker. The offense doesn't have a lot of really good pass catchers because Keon Coleman is really young, but he's gonna eventually get there, I think. Like this was the season to like catch Buffalo off guard. Even again, I didn't fully expect to win tonight, but I expected us to look better through these first two games. And now I don't even know. I don't even know if we're going to be a competent team the next few weeks because because who knows what's going. Who knows how long Tua's going to be out for. So like, hey, if we need to become a Pittsburgh Steelers style team where we win every game 18-10 thanks to the defense, at least until Tua gets back, then that's what we need to do. But again, like who knows? Again, like, at least now, because let's say hypothetically Tua is out for the season and then eventually does call it quits. We should be bad enough to have a top pick and draft a quarterback. But the issue is we just paid Tua all that money. But again, if we have to have Skylar Thompson the full year, this is gonna be a long season. I mean, again, this would be like this is the good like drive or so for Skylar to see what he can do. Yeah, again, we've had our moments of should have won, but should have, would have, could have. And like the issue for both the wild card game and the snow game was our defense, which we kind of fixed, but at the same time, I mean, you see the score. Like last year, the issue was special teams because we gave up that punt return. As Robbie Chosen just caught a pass. But it's like you could only have so many moral victories against a team that has consistently had your number. Especially like the two times we have beat Josh Allen were both on mistakes he made late in the game. When we first beat him his rookie season, it was an errant pass to Charles Clay in the end zone that fell short. When we beat him in 2022, I believe, a toss play left side going to lose about 5. When we beat him in, I think 22, it was an errant pass that was short in the end zone that lost him the game, basically. Like, yeah, like technically we're gonna be 12-2 against Josh Allen. In actuality, it should. I mean, 12-2. Yeah, Josh Allen's gonna be 12-2 against us. And actually, he should be undefeated. And I get those are strong exceptions, but again, at the end of the day, they were more of moral victories, and the very following games did not look good for Miami. Pass to Achane on the screenplay on 3rd and 14, going to stay on his feet, somehow get the first down. Yeah, the butt punt where again Allen threw it past short in the end zone, which was on 4th down incomplete. That then set up the butt punt, and then they had the whole mishap with the clock management. And then the first time we beat Allen, he had a guy wide open in the end zone. He had Charles Clay wide open in the end zone and just missed him. It's the kind of game where there's not much you can do but laugh. Like there's no other reaction you can really have because like there's no like, if you had any other type of fight and reaction in you, the game would be different. Only thing you can do is just sit back and be like, damn, they kicked our ass. And yeah, 2018 was the other time. I wouldn't say he was the worst QB in 2018, especially because he got his first bit of playing time against Minnesota because Nathan Peterman sucked so bad during the first half of that game. All right, 2nd and 4, Thompson going to look to throw here and escaping pressure, throw into Achane left side. What a grab! The only highlight, the only bright spot for this entire game has been Devon Achane. Like he's been the only bit of a bright spot tonight. And hell, if we can ride him to a 4-1 record entering the bye, let's just do it. I mean, like, he's been the only bit of bright spot tonight. He's running well. He's doing a good job in the pass catching game. He's playing well. He's the only one who actually showed up tonight. Thompson shotgun back to his right, and there was a clock stoppage because I think Miami's calling a timeout because we didn't get the snap off in time. That's the other issue with having Thompson kind of being forced in at quarterback due to injury. A Buffalo call timeout. Like, that's the other issue though. Is that was Buffalo's last timeout. The other issue is, like, again, we already have issues getting the play call in and getting the snap off in time with Tua at quarterback. Now with Skylar Thompson, you now with Skylar Thompson, the clock management is going to be abysmal. Uh, man, this is. I will say though, this I do have an idea for the post game to start off that post game video that's going to be recorded and get up right after this. I do have an idea of how to start it at least. That can hopefully I can kind of make a joke out of all this. Yeah, again, like, McDaniel is a genius on the offensive play design wise. Really, he's a genius play designer and play creator. And honestly, play calling, he's gotten better at. We need someone to be a true game managing coach. And I know that sounds dumb, but there are some teams that have a guy that's near the head coach and be like, hey, call a timeout here. Or I do this. Like, I feel like either McDaniel needs to either give up play calling duties and purely focus on game management, or he needs some aid in game and clock management. Because, like, he's had his moments as being a really good play caller, but then he has his other moments of kind of being, like, very questionable. But then, like, he can draw up and create plays better than anyone. But that can only get you so far. You need to be able to call the plays in the proper situations, and he's steadily improved throughout his 2 years so far, but it's still not there just yet. All right, Thompson shotgun back behind him, 3 receivers to the right. Going to hand it off to Jalen Wright on the right side, going to lose about 3. Honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if A Chance Knight is done, just to make sure he stays healthy for next week. I mean, the backup quarterback position was another one that, again, most of the media, Dolphins media, and a lot of the fan base was like, we need to improve on it. Well, Thompson has his shot next week to be like, hey, I definitely deserve the QB2 job. Looking to throw in 2nd and 11, has some time throwing over the middle. That's caught for a first down. Grant DuBois on the reception. That was a nice throw from Thompson. Hey, I've been bashing him tonight. If he can prove me wrong over the next few weeks, that's great. But yeah, I don't have a lot of faith. Hey, that was a nice layered throw. Yeah, and again, part of the reason is, for some reason, every time we play Buffalo, we just don't utilize the screen game. At least we don't utilize the screen game with Hill and Waddle, which is another very questionable thing. Thompson throwing for the end zone and incomplete. Off the hands of Julian Hill. Like, exactly. This is another good example. Why is Julian Hill the main tight end in on that play? Why is it not Jonnu Smith? Jonnu Smith ain't even in. It's Julian Hill and Durham Smythe. Like, where is Jonnu Smith on that play? Why is he on the sideline? Like, they're just not utilizing Jonnu Smith correctly. Well, great. Jeff Wilson has an oblique injury and is out. Thompson looking to throw. Pass left side going to be caught. And a gain of roughly 6 as Durham Smythe on the reception. He bobbled it. Armstead is downgraded to out. Jeff Wilson Jr. has an oblique injury and is out. For those, I'm going to set up the intro to the post-game video real quick. For those who don't know, Hard Rock Stadium is built on a gravesite for the DeQuesta tribe. So it's been since Hard Rock / Sun Life was built that Miami has won a playoff game. As Thompson's pass on 3rd and 2 is behind Robbie Chosen, incomplete. Like, it's been pretty much since Sun Life / Joe Robbie / Pro Players / Hard Rock, since this stadium has opened, it is gotten rough. It's been a long 20 plus years. So, like, there amongst Dolphins fans, there is the curse of the DeQuesta tribe. Because again, the stadium is built on a DeQuesta tribe burial ground. That's why I'm like, that's why a lot of fans have been calling for a new stadium. Thompson throwing 4th and 2 for the end zone, incomplete, batted away. Attended for Robbie Chosen. I mean, at this point is all backups in for Miami, as focus is shifting towards Seattle. Oh look, Jonnu Smith is finally in, and he's open, but he does not get the ball because we paid him all this money to be a decoy on every play. Yeah, and again, Stephen Ross has made this area where Hard Rock is a really good area for events because you have the U.S. Open there sometimes, F1 races, the Dolphin games bring in a good bit as well. So again, Stephen Ross has done a good job with that surrounding area. The issue is, most people, most fans are like 99% sure this land is cursed and hates the Dolphins and hates Stephen Ross. As Trubisky is now in, he hands it off left side for a gain of like 1-ish, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. He has like, when did the stadium open? I want to say the stadium opened in like the 80s or 90s. Roxy. When did the stadium open? Oh, cool. Just not going to show me an open date. That's fantastic. Opened in 1987. Yeah. They might. The Hurricanes might. Yeah, stadium opened in 1987. And basically, since then, this team has had very little success. I mean, yeah, like the 90s was good with Marino, but at the same time, like never made it back to the playoffs or never made it back to the Super Bowl. Like since this stadium opened, it's just been bad luck after bad luck for this team. And the curse, I mean, the curse did affect the Hurricanes for a while, though. 100%. hell, hell, the Hurricanes probably win the ACC this year. So like everyone in the offseason saying, hey, Miami's going to win their division or whatever. Turns out they meant the Hurricanes winning the ACC, not the Dolphins winning the East. I mean, like, again, like we'll see. Cam Ward does look great, which kind of makes me wish I was a more proper fan, but I root for UCF. AJ Jefferson looked alright against Sam Houston State, but we play TCU this weekend. That's gonna be fun. Yep, this has been a game. Trubisky hands it off up the middle with Ray Davis, who's going to he drags 2 defenders and gains 10. First down Buffalo. That's yep. I think at this point they're just gonna kneel it. Oh man. Again, I kind of expected to lose tonight. I didn't expect it to be this big of a blowout. I didn't expect Tua to go down. And I mean, there's just not fully much that you can say in the game after a game like this, besides like bury the film, burn the tape, shift focus to Seattle, and hope that Tua is okay. And yeah, Buffalo gonna start kneeing this one out. And yeah, I mean this. I mean, I said it again. This is Buffalo's division to lose. I said it in the offseason, but again, I guess it was just thought maybe. The turnovers tonight were bad. The play by the offense was bad. The defense did what they could, but they can only do so much. There's a final knee down. All right. Again, just have to shake it off. Shift focus to Seattle. Hope Tua is good, and you now need to kind of completely change play style and game plans. So that way, it fits Skylar Thompson a bit better. Okay, hopefully Tua isn't too banged up, and hopefully he'll be okay and all that. Honestly, at this point, I don't even care if he's back this season. Survive through the bye week. Simple. Assume Skylar Thompson is the guy for at least the next 3 weeks. Gotta survive through the bye week, then you get better just because you get a little healthier with Bradley Chubb and Odell coming back. I mean, like, just have to get to the bye week in a relatively good situation. But yeah. Well, I have a post game video to record. It will be out in 30-ish or so. Yeah. There's not much else. I got most of what I also want to say would just be in that post game video. So thank you all for tuning in. Again, I highly recommend coming back and rejoining on Sunday for Tampa Detroit. It'll be a lot better of a play-by-play, I promise, because I'll be a little more energized without having a role with either side. Yeah, exactly. And I'll go into all of it a little more with post game. Again, if you're new, subscribe. I highly recommend coming back on Sunday for Tampa Detroit, where again, with me being just a third party looking at that game, I won't be as dejected. I'll be more energized. But yeah, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and it'll be a long season now at this point. But yeah. I'll see you in the next one. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.